if not a very close game, very brutal and very fast.
Yeah, I've tipped this for the game of the day, which after watching 8-18s is probably going to be pretty hard to top. But yeah, these two sides tend to have very close matchups, regardless of how their season's running, and I can't see today going any different.
Well, we'll go through the sides. From Scone, we have Brett Carroll at fullback. On the wings, Jade Smith and Jake Rance. In the centres, Josh Adams and Isaac Smith. 5'8", Hamish Watts, Jack Pennell at halfback, Daniel Sieve and Cody McCarthy up front. Alex Darms at hooker. In the second row, Justin Apthorpe, Hayden Bull, and lock Shannon Brooks. The bench is Mitchell Rando, Nick Watson, Tom Hunt, Edward Rosa, Brendan Walker and Ryan Clark. For
Aberdeen, we've got Kyle Robertson at fullback. On the wings, Joshy Watson and Jake Clayton. In the centres, Grant Saville and Curtis Irving. At 5'8", Lane McKinnon. Halfback, Billy Windsor. In the front row, Stephen Hinchson and Bradley Fenton. Number 11, Jed McKinnon. Number 12, Ian Reichel. 13, Liam Wilton. And on the bench, we've got in 14, Daniel Hugerworth. 15, John Page. 16, Jack Pryor. 17, Liam Fitzsimmons. 18, Scott Burgess. 19, Andrew Burton. And 20, Morgan Ward.
Yes, is it safe to say, boys, that it's not going to rain in this game of football?
No, it's not safe to say, Reggie, because although a whole heap of crap just came in there in the 18s game, as you might recall, mate, it did just scoot around the hills. We have had a small patch of sunshine come in, but
and the wind's dropped. If I'm looking over at the flags right now, look at the flags.
Look at these ones.
Yeah, there's still wind out there at ground level.
She's not. It is swirling, Reg, and
that's dropped. That's
we
not
said
as strong as what it was. Having a bit of a cough there, mate.
Sorry, mate.
Don't go down on us on the commentary for the grand final.
No. Yeah, Dev and I were in the 18s, mate. We called it about a 10-point breeze, but guys didn't know they used it, but it sort of counteracted each other. They played well to it, but I reckon it can be the make or break of what we got going on at them, mate. Use it. We've only seen 140-20 kicked out of it. I think if you use it wisely, Foxy, you can get a couple of those out of it and gain that advantage, mate.
I'll tell you who one bloke who will be licking his lips with the wind is Liam Foran with his kicking game.
I was
he
about
was
to say that
early on today.
Yeah, no, I'd say Liam Foran will be using it to his advantage in first grade 100%. But you've played against both these sides. How do you see the mix happening?
Yeah, like I said before, like reserve grade, it's with Aberdeen. It doesn't matter how they're going throughout the year. When you get into the game with them, it's just it's a dogfight. They got blokes that a lot of blokes that just make their one-on-one tackles, truck it forward. It's nothing too fancy, but they just get through their sets and they kind of put a bit of effort into their line speed and try and force the error to come out of you and get good field position, and that's how they sort of play their footy. With Scone, they got blokes like JJ and Joshy Adams that have played a lot of first grade, so there is a lot of experience in that side that I think they'll be calling upon here for the grand final. Yeah, look, I think it's just a matter of who can hold the footy with this wind about and get through their completions and keep their discipline to a good standard. And I think that'll be go a long way to determining who's the winner.
Well, they weren't the best team on the park last weekend for 70 minutes of football. The last 7 minutes, Aberdeen came to light and showed what they can do. Do we see similar coming into the opening exchange? That's a big confidence booster.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually spoke to Hoogs over there before, and he said, yeah, look, that break in play with the injury, unfortunate injury there to the Merrill player, he said for whatever reason they were talking about how hard it was going to be to get back up for it, but then all of a sudden in that 6 minutes they just went bang bang and blew Merrill off the park. So look, I guess they're probably wanting to say, look, we need to do that for a complete package here of 70 minutes of football and not just hope that 6 minutes of good footy is going to get them home.
That's exactly right. I can't agree even more. But for the Scone side, the first team through to the grand final on the back of some great football. And, of course, Justin Apthorpe, for mine, is one of the players that the Aberdeen Tigers will have to contain. If he gets his front foot, if he gets his roll on, the quick play, the balls will be no Scone are dangerous for. Young Alex Darms out of dummy half is dangerous, and Jack Pennell at halfback. And you've got the speedy backs outside you. Yeah.
Look, one player that I reckon has been pretty handy for Scone this year is Jakey Rance and Isaac Smith in that back line there. They're both solid boys, but they're both very quick. And exactly that, with those back rowers in Justin Apthorpe and Hayden Ball there, like if you can get them one-on-one, the offload will come and you get those blokes into a bit of open pasture there, they're going to be hard to stop from any point of the field. So, yeah, look, with Jackie Pennell, he's a very similar mould to Jakey Watts in first grade. I think he steers the team around very well, got a good kicking game. So, yeah, I think that's probably something they'll be working on there to expose Aberdeen's edges a little bit there and, I think that's something they'll definitely be going for.
So William Windsor into 5'8", into halfback. Lane McKinnon, Jake Clayton and Curtis Irving now in the centres with no Dave Manane after last weekend. So it'll be interesting to see how those pair mark up. Curtis Irving and Grant Savell against their opposites. Josh Adams, we know, is very dangerous, and Isaac Smith, he's got plenty of toe.
Yeah, Joshy Adams got that fancy left footer of his that he loves to get happening, and yeah, you've got to be on your game there. If you don't get a good shot on him, he can slip a tackle and get away from you very quickly. Like I said before, he's got a lot of first grade experience, and it's a blessing for Scone to be able to have him line up in the centres for reserve grade.
You're right there, Reg. Having a bit of a play, but I agree with you in the space of the discipline there, Foxy. If you did watch the 18s game there, the Aberdeen guys really did not help themselves for the first probably 20 minutes of their game. Just ill discipline in terms of just basic stuff. Blokes are on the ground, they go in for the flop. I mean, that's just childish. That is going to give you the game away quicker than anything else in the world. So, like I say, if you can handle your discipline, keep your head cool.
Yep.
Work at your sets and just complete your sets. It's not a hard game of football, but these two teams have come up against each other a couple of times, and she's been a fairly brutal encounter in both times, mate.
Well, I'll say this right now. I think the man out in the middle to referee this match, Dave Windle, has been consistent this year. And I think that we'll see an even game both ways. He's got the big gig. He's been wanting it. The blokes know that you can't talk to Dave. You cannot talk to him. So he refs his own game. So any arguing, I think, will go in the opposite to the players.
I've found that out the hard way plenty of times on the field with Davey. Not that I'm ever saying anything bad. I just like to have a chat with the referees, see how their day's going. But
just inquiring as to how they are.
Well, are you okay day is coming up.
That's exactly right. Just off air, Foxy, we were having the discussion on the young fella that just finished doing that 18s match, young Tyson.
Yeah.
Mate, he very consistent all year. I think, look, that game was a free-flowing game. There was they kept the sides apart. They could have erupted on 3 or 4 occasions. He kept it calm, kept it flowing. Mate, I can only see big things coming out of him, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got his opportunity a few times with first grade this year, and I've been refereed by him a few times in reserve grade too. And yeah, when he gets it in his head that I'm the referee here, this is my job, and he's confident with his calls and stuff. He refs a great game.
Tyrese for mine was the referee of the year. 2 games a weekend, consistent, young fella coming through, take nothing away from Jesse Rudder. He's got the big game.
Absolutely.
But Tyrese, by far this year, he's been really confident. There's been patches there.
Look out next year, I reckon.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
We've got a talent in the making there when he gets his...
That's good, isn't it?
Getting the young fellas, he's only a young fella and he's playing with those.
It's good to have like a couple of good young fellas. I know there's a couple of young fellas getting around on the touchies now that are only 18 and 19 years old. Like,
absolutely.
It's good. No disrespect to Windle, but I'm sure there'll come a time. I know I spoke to him after the game last week. He said he'll go until he pretty much can't. But it's definitely a blessing to have some good young refs coming through, so we know our stocks are there and we can have a competition running in the future years.
And there we have it. Brad Fenton leading out the Aberdeen Tigers onto the field with another 70 minutes of football ahead of them. And it's going to be a cracking game. You can see the players out there, body language. I think Daniel Hugerworth, does he start? Does he come off the bench? Morgan Ward created so much damage last week when he was on the field. But it's that big fella in the second row. He's playing in the 13, Liam Wilton, who's come back towards the latter stages of this season. And he's been absolutely dominating in his defence.
I think we might see Hoog start at 9. Corey Gilmore actually picked up an injury there last week in the game, and actually seen him hobbling around with a knee brace on there. So unfortunately he can't take his place in the side today. So I reckon Hoogs will start at 9 there, which is his familiar position. He's played in first grade grand finals wearing the 9 jersey, so that experience will be more than handy for Aberdeen.
More than handy. The thing with mine is it's the forwards that need to lay the platform for a good dummy half like him. So
yeah,
it's going to be down to Brad Fenton and the big boys up front. I can see starting out there at the moment.
They've got a big
number
bench,
16.
Aberdeen. Yeah.
In Jack Pryor starting the match. So
he's a solid boy.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Ian Reichel was fantastic last week, and it's the Scone Thoroughbreds. We can hear them coming from the back behind us from their sheds as they make their way through the tunnel. Led out by a monster lineup of little kids, but here goes Jade Smith leading them out. Then JJ Apthorpe, Freddie Adams, all full of energy. It's going to be Aberdeen running towards Aberdeen.
A lot of first grade experience there in that Scone side, isn't there?
And Scone running towards Tamworth. So yeah, Hayden Bull's been fantastic in his appearances in first grade this year. So who's going to take the hit up, boys? Who are we going to? Looks like it's going to be Cody McCarthy.
I think I'll go across the other side there. Daniel Seve.
Deep left or where she'll go.
Daniel Sieve.
Daniel Sieve, pick the headgear out.
As we'll get things underway shortly as Dave Windle just touches both with his touch judges. The timekeeper puts his hand up. Dave plays with his knee guard. He signals he's right to go. The 2022 Reserve Grade Grand Final is now underway with the whistle blown from Dave Windle. It's gone down that side. It's going to be taken by the Scone player, offloaded to Daniel Seavey. Called it Hayden Fox, and he's straight into the defensive line. Some solid defence over the top there by Liam Wilton. Comes from dummy half, comes out one wide to Freddie Adams. He's been picked up and driven to the ground. Who was that player there? That was Taylor.
Jack Pryor.
Jack Pryor. Oh, Cody McCarthy's made a bungle of it on the first play in this first set. Third tackle.
It's very unlike Cody McCarthy. He's usually pretty straight up and down, no frills sort of player, gets his job done. And first set there, maybe a few nerves, but
that's all it is, Foxy. A bit of nerves, mate. Get that first touch over and done with. And now he's done, mate. He'll be right.
27 metres out, centre of the field, dead centre of the field.
Blessing start for Aberdeen here.
Aberdeen to feed the scrum and go on the attack. It'll be Hoogerworth at lock. He doesn't go to lock to not pick the ball up, so he'll pick it up and shift it off. And he has, and it's gone to Lane McKinnon. He takes on the line. He goes around the back. He picks up Kyle Robertson. Kyle Robertson tries to put the fend on Freddie Adams, but he's dragged towards the sideline. Then they pick him up and put him down. Assistance of Jade Smith in there. Now it goes to Wilton. He has his first run of the day. They've made it to 20 metres in from the eastern sideline, from dummy half. Hoogerworth gives it on to McKinnon again, and there goes a charging Steve Hinchin straight into the forward pack of McCarthy as well as Steve, and put to the ground. Up and plays the ball gingerly. Now goes off to Fenton. Fenton around the back to Windsor. Windsor juggles it, collects it, gives it off to Kyle Robinson. He's off his right. He's going back into the centre of the field. He's put down 10 metres out. About 20 metres in from the western side. It goes across the field. Now it's turned back under to Steve Hinchin. He dummies. He goes himself, but he's been crunched over the top by Daniel Sieve. Great tackle underneath by Young Darms. Last tackle. Goes to the left-hand side. Windsor puts a little grubber in behind the line. Oh, it's been a jock on, and it's a try to the... he dropped it. Liam Wilton going to the ground, has dropped the ball. All he had to do was catch and fall.
He was thinking about his post-try celebration already.
To knock on. To knock on, so it's a 20-metre reset for the Scone Thoroughbreds.
Was there not a first initial knock-on from Scone there? Or?
Oh, that's the way I saw it, but the referee's there. He's on the spot. As there they go, they charge up the centre of the field now off the tap. That's one tackle, zero tackle down. Now it's going to be one. Darms from dummy half jumps and gives it out there to number 6 in Hamish Watts. Picks up his outside player in Steve and he's tackled. Now from Darms from dummy half. He picks up JJ. JJ running like he does at a full ball at a gate. Freddie Adams in at dummy half. He takes a little bit of a scoot. He's up nearly to the halfway line. He makes good metres every time he touches the ball, Freddie. And he's put down in the centre of the field on the halfway line. It comes out the back. Brooks then shifts it on. Now it's out to this left-hand defence, and they've made a half break. I think that's
Nick Watson.
Nick Watson starting the match.
Yeah, another bloke with a lot of first-grade experience there.
Didn't have him down there as that player. So it's now Scone.
Oh, no,
McCarthy.
Sorry, that's Isaac Smith. Sorry.
And now it's a cut-out ball. It's intercepted. Windsor's down the sideline.
Has he got the legs?
Jade Watts is it flying across, and he stepped inside. It was the fullback, Brett Carroll, and he's now tackled 30 metres out, 10 metres in from the grandstand. Now it's off to Ian Reichel. He charges it forward. He's still going post-contact metres. Good. He's 19 metres out, 20 metres in from the western side. The winger gets in there and gives a good little offload, and that's Jack Pryor taking it up the centre of the field. It's 10 metres out to the right. Upright, right in front they are. They swing it to the left. It goes out to Lane McKinnon. He puts it on the foot. Did anyone else know about it? It's going to be grounded by Scone in goal area, and a repeat set coming off a drop kick. Matty Kenny. Wow. Windsor read that well.
No, he did, mate. You could see it from here. It actually stood out quite a bit, the intercept. But great cover defence from Scone. I tell you, they literally covered and motored some metres there. I see the big easy Reichel. I'm expecting some talent out of him today.
Kyle Robinson takes it on the full at the 45-metre line, offloads it to the Wombat Steve Hinchin, who travels up the centre of the field and taken down by Steve over the top with the assistance of Darms. 25 metres out. Now it's off to Wilton. He goes in behind the mark. Steve has made a monstering tackle again. He's been so influential in this opening stage. Just Hoogs from dummy half. Dummy shows, goes himself. He's tackled. Now he's offloaded.
Ball, like, great
Gets
ball.
it a bit, nowhere to go for the young fella in there, number 9. Or is that number 6? Is that Lane McKinnon with the
young
ball?
McKinnon.
Now comes to the centre of field. Liam Wilton shows, goes. Sieve there again for the tackle. Dummy half. Hoogs gives it off to Windsor. He shapes the crossfield, turns it back inside to Saville. Saville's going for the try line. Will he get there? But again, it's Daniel Sieve. Put that man down for a try already because he's saved about 5. Now it's a short little grubber and it's a try. Try to the Aberdeen Tigers. Kyle Robertson, grubber in behind the line and he grounds it 10 metres to the right-hand side of the upright facing Aberdeen for those listening in at home. And it's game on. Simple. No one made an effort in that play. There was no urgency.
I was nearly actually going to criticise Aberdeen. They just looked a little bit like they were lacking a bit of direction there, and Kyle Robson got the ball in his hands and made the call to grubber for himself there, which when you got the speed and talent like that, why not back yourself early in the game? And he come away with the first try of the grand final.
Well, there we go. If you've got the doubles out there in the crowd, I noticed when I was over there's a few people listening in via the app. So if you've got the double, number 1, Kyle Robertson. Very dangerous. Very nice little grubber in behind the scenes. And here, Matty, can he please do not point to the sky out to the south?
I see camera 1 taking a bit of gear off. I thought, mate, I'm unsure whether camera 1's called it right.
Yeah, camera 2 here at the moment. Everyone's getting prepared to put the gear across the equipment.
Absolutely. Anyway,
have faith,
we'll see how we. Absolutely. Hey, we're here for some bit of fun. And so far it's been a great day.
Well, we're not the Channel 9 commentary team. We don't get paid those big bickies.
No, we're better than them.
We're better.
I was about to say the same.
We talk football.
And something else.
Tell you what, getting back to the footy there, that's a great start from Aberdeen. They've had a couple of opportunities, blessed to them, to be in a good attacking field position there. And if they didn't come away with points, they probably would have been disappointed. Wow, he's had a meal of that.
He shanked that.
But I guess 4 points on the board. That's a great start to the grand final. And Aberdeen just got to get into their motions and get a kick out of this next set and put a bit of pressure back on Scone.
Kicking specialist. Did that hit the top right corner of his chin and then go to the right-hand side?
He probably wants to concentrate more on kicking the ball than flapping his arms around before.
You know what went wrong? He's a left footer.
Oh, don't go there. I'm a left footer. Kick off deep from the Scone Thoroughbreds down to Windsor. Brad Fenton, the captain of that Aberdeen Tigers, brings it back into Cody McCarthy and he's crunched and driven back. 10-metre line. Aberdeen getting out of trouble here. They need a good set to complete after points. We always say it, Ian Reichel, but the Scone defence is up there again. Daniel Sieve rolled out of that one. Brooks is in there with the assistance of Darms. Now it goes out to Wade McKinnon. It's given a nice short ball off the tackle. He's taken out off the ball.
Right there by JJ. Absolutely flattened.
Yeah.
Jack Pryor going to tell JJ he's not happy with that shot either.
He's just having a small discussion.
Yeah. A couple of boys just giving each other a kiss on the cheek.
I missed that one.
Yeah, young McKinnon just drifted across the field there and looked to pick up his back row there on a short ball, and JJ probably just let him know that he's going to be there every time he wants to take the ball to the line and put him down late.
Well, I hope for JJ's sake.
Hope everything comes out all right. It's certainly...
yeah, look, first and foremost, hopefully he gets up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, consistency would tell me that on a match review, from what I've seen and what I've witnessed this year, that taking someone off the ball like Aparosa Gonabody did, that's a 1 week suspension.
Minimum.
What's that consistency word you talk about?
I don't know about that. I'm not. Jeez, you baited me.
Yeah, early on.
At least if you want to go on the back of that, of Gonabody, I mean, that's nearly tackle for tackle of the same thing, mate. Yeah.
But JJ, he's a wise man, and I just hope young McKinnon's fine. He's been sent!
Sent off.
He's been sent in the grand final. JJ Apthorpe has been sent off with only 7 minutes gone in this grand final in reserve grade. A massive call from Dave Windle. A massive call. I haven't seen it. I said that to you guys.
Yeah, Lane McKinnon isn't looking overly healthy down there on the ground. He's obviously... I seen him hit the ground, made the contact and hit him. I don't know. He's obviously made contact high there, and wow, that's huge for.
That's a massive call, and I haven't seen that in a grand final since Bradley Schultz.
That's
2002, somewhere around there.
Would be close.
Sent off. Well, let's hope that young McKinnon is well. Lane McKinnon down still at the moment, receiving treatment. He is sitting up though. But JJ Apthorpe has just been sent off in the 2022 grand final with only 7 minutes and 15 gone in the game. We'll have to watch that back on the camera 1 or camera 2. We've got 2 great cameras going here at the moment, one on the action and one just out. So, yeah. Wow, what does that do for Scone?
Yeah,
4 players.
That's a.
Well, I'll tell you what, Daniel Sleeve's probably 2 players out there at the moment with his defence.
He's defending great to start for Scone, but that probably does throw a bit of spanner in the works for Scone, because I guarantee JJ would have been a big focal point in their attack for the
I've just spoke him up.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I spoke him up in the pre-game.
Has been.
I've just been told it was 2008 that it was.
Wow.
That he got sent off in the
listening,
is he? Young Lane McKinnon probably won't play a part in the rest of this game too.
So one of the most committed young fellows that listens into our show every week and does a fantastic job reviewing our information. So
good.
Jack Hawkshaw, hello, and welcome to the commentary, big fella.
I've always been a big believer in.
He's not good.
He's not good
in terms of the ref call. Young Lane McKinnon's probably not going to play a part in the rest of this game, so I guess it's sort of 1 for 1 there.
Worthy on the other side had a fair influence in that, being very close to the game,
or
very close to the action.
Away from it.
Yeah, exactly. So certainly all of that would have been taken into account. We got the mics for first grade, mate. No mics this week.
Just due to all the equipment that we've got with live streaming to YouTube, the focal point has been on that.
Yep, sure.
And the interference that the referee microphone was causing with the equipment.
Oh, okay. Good.
Our main focus is to make sure that we try and get this, because we haven't got a telephone cable. It's via Wi-Fi, which makes it difficult. But plays back underway. Windsor gives it on to Wilton. Wilton charges into the defence. And again, it's Daniel Seave. Over the top, down low. Number 13 in Brooks. Get up, Steve Hinchin, straight into the defence. Darm's there to match him and put him to the ground with the assistance. 4 players in there from Scone.
Jakey Clayton's jumped in to 9 and Daniel Hugerworth to the 6 there to replace McKinnon there.
Not a bad move. He goes, good shot. Good shot over the top there by Isaac Smith on Brad Fenton. Darm's in there as well. Slow play the ball from Fenton. Goes to the left-hand side off to Hugerworth. He punches it. Well, he tried to. The wind's holding it up. It's going to bounce up. Bounce around for Jade Smith. He collects it. And then he's belted for his liking by Wilton.
Over the top.
Liam Wilton has axed him. Now from dummy half. It goes back to the fullback, Carroll. He steps in behind the markers and he's taken down low. A bootlace tackle by number 11 from the Aberdeen Tigers, Jed McKinnon.
Great defender he is.
Now Freddie Adams back in there. I love watching Freddie play, and he takes a hit up, but again, he's put to the ground. I've never seen anyone pull off a big shot on Freddie Adams. Darms goes around the back to Pinelli. He says, we're getting out of trouble, boys, and punches it deep downfield. It's going to bounce on about 25 metres out. It's rolled back to the 10-metre line. Kyle Robertson's made a meal of it. It's gone back. And the chase is up there from the Scone Thoroughbreds, and he's brought down and driven back 18 metres out from his try line. Twist.
The ball's come loose there somehow.
He's called held.
He's called held. Oh, it's a penalty.
Yeah.
Penalty to the Aberdeen Tigers for stripping. That's come from the touch judge on the far side.
Here comes your man Morgan Ward coming onto the field for Liam Wilton in an early change here.
Well, I can tell you one thing right now.
He won't hold
no
back.
Self-preservation in that body.
Geez, I wouldn't either if I had a body that size.
Here we go. It's going to be the Aberdeen Tigers to tap it 30 metres out from their own try line. 10 metres in from the sideline on the eastern side, right in front of their crowd. Hugerworth offloads to that man, Morgan Ward. He makes a good 5 metres there before he's put to the ground by Darms. And again, I think that might be Brooks in that tackle. Now it's again to Pryor. Pryor bounces into the defence. 3 and 4 Scone defenders in every tackle. And I'm sick and tired of saying that man Seave's name already. He's in everything. Oh, that's a forward ball. That's a forward ball. Silly ball from Windsor. There was a player behind him and he pops a little forward pass to Brad Fenton right next to him.
Yeah, just pushed the pass there, and I think straight away he knew it was probably very, very close to forward. He probably should have just held the ball and took the tackle, or, like you said, played the player out the back there.
Oh, well, it wasn't on. Matty Kenny, if it's not on, it's not on, and you don't push the pass.
Mate, you don't. And again, it comes back to that discipline we spoke about at the start of the game, mate. It's exactly what we spoke about.
Well, here we go. They feed the scrum. At the back, Jack Pinnell picks it up, gives it off to his 5'8" before Freddie Adam puts on a little bit of a move on one of the players out there. I think it's Jed McKinnon. He's got up limping. It is Jed McKinnon. Freddie Adams plays the ball back 45 metres out from the Aberdeen try line. It's now to the centre of the field. Cody McCarthy comes up against Brad Fenton and Morgan Ward, and they put him to the ground 38 metres out. Darms at dummy half. Comes to the centre of the field. Goes off to Jack Pinnell. Round the back. It's with Carroll.
Good shot over the top.
And he's not a bad tackle below either by Saville. Now from dummy half. Goes down to the knees of Brooks. He gets it up picks it well, and then again,
Picked out the two biggest players in the Aberdeen defensive line there.
Morgan Ward and Brad Fenton from dummy half comes to the left-hand side. Around the back ball, off to Isaac Smith. He gets out the wing around side, and he's unmarked. He puts it all on the floor, and it's going to be a try. They've made a meal of this.
Yeah.
It's a try to the Scone Thoroughbreds.
They've hit back.
Kyle, I don't know what young Robbo was thinking then. The ball was dribbling towards the in-goal area. Instead of kicking it dead, he's kicked it infield with his foot, and Scone have dived on it.
Yeah, I think he was trying to kick it,
He's
kick
set
it
up.
dead there, but
That's a try assist.
you see it in the NRL all the time. They try and bat it dead or kick it dead. Just dive on the ball and ground it.
Ground it.
But he stuck his foot out with the ball on the inside.
The quickest way
field.
to defuse the situation is dive on the ball and ground it. That's the way I see it there. And he's tried to kick it into touch, and yeah, like you said, made a meal of it. And Scone have capitalised on an opportunity there. And
There was nothing happening. The player was going out the sideline. He's put it on the foot to keep it in field, and commitment from the Scone players. Kyle Robinson has been a great player, but I'm putting him down for a try assist. That's nearly like an own goal in soccer, sorry.
he scored the first try and he's set up the next try.
That's like an own goal in soccer. Well, it's young Pennell, and this wind is
He'd be
picking
doing well
up
to kick
now.
this here, Jackie Pinnell, but as a goal kicker, these are the kicks you like, the ones where everyone in the crowd's writing you off, because there's nothing more than hearing the crowd go up when you slot it.
Well, he's going to have to aim it about 20 kilometres to the right of the uprights.
If I was him, I'd be kicking it from about the 17 or 18, and I'd be drilling it probably about 2 metres wide of the right stick there, and just watch the wind draft it back in,
You're
mate.
thinking it's a 2 metre wind. That's stronger. I reckon he's got to aim at the number 4 on the Scone score clock, and it'll bring him back in.
Bit of our magic here.
Here we go. Young Jack Pinelli's moving back. He's shaping it up. He's looking where he's going to kick it. It's a difficult kick from this western sideline.
What do you see so far in the game, Matty? What are you liking from Aberdeen and Scone sides?
Oh, look, it's pretty even on both sides, I think. Foxy,
Moved in.
I think that's going to
That's a fair
It's going to
kick.
go over.
Hey,
He's kicked
great
it from
kick.
the
He's
sideline.
Yeah.
6'4" on the A+ contracting and Polly
Did
World
exactly
scoreboard.
like I said.
No, it
didn't he?
wasn't at 2 metres. He aimed at the 4.
it's pretty close. But
Great kick from
um,
Jack Pinnell from the sideline in the grand final moment.
I think the pair of them are going to have to pick up their speed, both off the line, like from defence and attack. Aberdeen are a bit slower at that stage from the attack point of view. They're not hitting the ad line at speed.
Yep.
They're playing behind the footy.
The kick-off miscommunication, but it's been collected there by Brooksy, and he brings it to the ground, 20 metres in from the eastern sideline, about 22 metres out from his own try line to the centre of the field. It goes around the back of Stevenson, finds Freddie Adams. He comes towards Reichel with Fenton and succumbs to the tackle. 31 metres out, centre of the field, dead centre of the field. Darms from dummy half goes to Cardi McCarthy. He's got plays inside and outside of him. He goes to the outside player in Bull, and he's tackled. 25 metres in, 40 metres out from his own try line. Jack Pinnell looking for that 40-20 that we spoke about. Will this be a penalty? They've appealed for it. Robertson gets the ball. Oh, he's tried to take on the sideline. That could have been dangerous, but he comes to the ground about 21 metres out from his try line, only about half a metre in. And look at that for a defensive tackle from Isaac Smith.
Yeah, they're hunting in here, Scone.
They've really bogged their feet down here trying to... Oh, look at the
Good shot
defence
underneath
here
by
on...
Darmsy there.
Ian Reichel's been driven back by Darms and...
His arms locked
Steve.
in there, yep.
Now it's going out to Windsor. Windsor will find Steve Hinch and he'll go forward. He gets his body over the line there. Before the rain's coming in now. That's Windsor to put the ball out. It's gone out. That wind has picked up that bad. It's out in the full. That's out in the full. The rain comes in now. Again, I must remind people that have just joined us at home, Scone are down to 12 players. JJ Apthorpe sent off after 7 minutes and 15 seconds. That's Scone are just really, like I said, digging deep here at the moment as Cody McCarthy turns it under for Brooks.
The funny thing is, Reg, since that send-off of JJ, Scone's probably turned their game on more so than Aberdeen.
Exactly. Now it's around the
Speed's
back.
definitely
Carroll
Yeah, absolutely.
hunts it out to the right-hand side. It's off to Jay Smith, the captain coach. He throws it back inside, but it's dived on by Aberdeen.
It's called play on there, Dave.
Play onto the Aberdeen Tigers right in front of their crowd over there on the eastern sideline. Bit of a hit up there from...
Liam Fitzsimmons on the field.
Now it's a penalty.
Yeah.
Another penalty. I'm just trying to see here what is going to be set on our screen in front of us. This wind has now turned into a tornado.
Have a look at the umbrella.
Turn inside out. Just tap it down, mate. Put it on the ground and tap it down. Or as Happy Gilmore would say, just tap it in.
Tap it in.
Just confirming to those that have bought a double on this.
So this is going to be an interesting call.
Home team.
So Dave Windle, we're just going to have to bring this back a bit more and make sure I've got no electrical cables exposed. The rain is sideways here at the moment at Scone Park. It's 6-4 on the A+ contracting and polywelding scoreboard. Just bring that in, mate. And it's actually, yeah, it is Liam Fitzsimmons receiving treatment. You can see when you watch back on this video how bad the rain has. We went from a clear screen to now it's just rain sideways.
Yeah, coming in sideways there. It'll, obviously, with the wind and the rainy conditions now, you just really got to shore up those passes, shorten them up. It'll probably bring this game into a middle third battle, I reckon.
We're going to have to find something to whack on the back of this TV, I think.
And it's been dropped straight away off the tap there. Curtis Irving with the hit up.
Pass that jacket under there, Matty.
He's run straight into the Scone defence there, and they've met him with the great solid wall, and he's spilt the beans. So Scone let off the hook again here. They'll have a scrum 30 metres out, heading in to the Aberdeen defensive try line.
I'm happy for you to take over the call if you want to do it, mate. I'm really happy for that. Go for it. I've got first grade to do.
Scone with the ball here. Jack Pennell gets it off the scrum, hands it off to Isaac Smith. Isaac Smith tackled by Grant Saville underneath. Great tackle underneath. Come down the left edge here. Jack Pennell hits Hayden Ball. Coming at the edge with numbers. Tackle well there. Andrew Burton and John Page over the top finishes him off.
Another penalty.
Dave Windle seen something he doesn't like there.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, Foxy. Scone have picked up the see the speed at which they're playing the football now.
Yeah,
Aberdeen needs to match that.
Yeah, absolutely. Scone's just on the front foot doing everything with purpose. As Brett Carroll wraps up the ball there off an offload from Cody McCarthy. Scone shifts the ball to the right. Daniel Sever, he's dropped it. So as you can see, the wet weather and the wind playing havoc here. Starting to get a little bit scrappy in this reserve grade game here, and like we spoke about in the pre-game, it's whatever team can hang on to the ball and complete their sets and turn the other side around. I think we'll have the upper hand in this game.
Yes, well, it's going to be a scrum feed to Aberdeen, and you can hear that wind. It'd have to be about 30-40 kilometres an hour at the moment, drifting straight from the Singleton direction straight into our commentary box on top of the canteen.
Thanks for the weather report, Tim Bailey.
You're welcome. Only I had his hair.
As Aberdeen feed the scrum, Billy Winter passes the ball off to Kyle Robertson. Robertson runs the ball into the defensive line of Scone, and he's tackled well there by Brett Carroll and Jack Pennell underneath. Liam Fitzsimmons gets the ball one off the ruck here, trucks it forward, met by a strong defensive wall of Scone again there, getting up swarming hard in defence Scone. Morgan Ward carries the ball. Good leg drive there. Again, Scone dominating that the tackle there. Daniel Hoogerworth tips on. Andrew Burton running out wide to the left edge there. Freddie Adams gets up in his face. They drive him back again, Scone. Scone just have upped the ante since JJ's been sent off here. Hoog says, give it to me, I'll show you how it's done. 10 metres, he trucks it forward there. Just onto the 40. Aberdeen will come away with a kick here. They've got to the end of their set. That's a win for Aberdeen there. Brett Carroll looks to get onto this loose ball. It's bouncing around, no one wants it. Jade Smith ends up falling on the ball and play on there. Jake Rance takes one off the ruck. He's met a good tackle there over the top. Freddie Adams trucks it in. Like you said, doesn't get dominated very often, Freddie Adams. Alex Darms jumps out of 9, catches the defence lacking. Morgan Ward spins him around, tackles him, drags him to the ground. Jack Pennell with numbers on his edge here, kicks it in behind the line there. Scone swarming in. Johnny Page gets it right on his try line there.
Oh, so close.
Oh.
So close.
Ball just goes dead there. It'll be an Aberdeen dropout here. And yes, like we've touched on already, Scone. They've just really, honestly, I think that revved them up since JJ sent off, and they've just gone right on the front foot with attack and defence. And Aberdeen so far haven't been able to answer it.
Not pretty. You bang on, Foxy. They've actually stepped it up a cog.
16 minutes remaining in the first half. 6-4 on the A+ contracting and polybody scoreboard. Oh,
horrible kick.
Terrible kick off there from dropout.
Alex Darms jumps down the short side there. Nick Watson, I believe that is on the field now for Scone. Takes one down the right edge. Tackled about 5 metres short of the try line there. Freddie Adams gets the ball, throws it infield to Jade Smith. Jade Smith dummies once. Aberdeen get 3 in the tackle there. Really slow that one up there. Alex Dums jumps into Knighton. 10 metres out from the line here, Scone. Drops one under, throws the ball out the back to Jack Pennell. Hits Hayden Ball with an early short ball there. He offloads out the back to Jack Pennell. Pennell gets the ball on. Oh, it's play on. Isaac Smith made a middle, but Johnny Page just picked up the ball there. He'll be tackled 20 metres out from the Aberdeen line. They get off the hook there with Scone. Good defence there. Make that tackle. Hayden Ball and Alex Darms again. Alex Darms getting through a mountain of work through the middle. Steve Hinchin trucks it forward. Again, like you touched on Matty Kenny there, they're just struggling to get over the ad line there. Scone with their line speed and their probably lack of push on the ball. Aberdeen are just struggling to make metres. Cody McCarthy wraps up. Liam Fitzsimmons there with the help of Nick Watson. Centre field here. Jakey Clayton goes for a dart out of 9. Great tackle underneath there by Cody McCarthy. Had to be made. Billy Winter jumps into 9, kicks it out. Says, let's get down the field here. Isaac Smith takes it on the full. 30 out from his own line. He takes it straight forward into the Aberdeen defence. Met a great tackle there. Billy Windsor chasing his own kick. Brett Carroll steams onto the ball there. Again, great tackle underneath by Grant Saville there. Scone just rolling up over the halfway here. The urgency in the Scone run is a little bit more than Aberdeen at the moment. Nick Watson barreled backwards in a good tackle there by Jack Pryor. Liam Wilton back on the field. Alex Darms jumps out of 9, finds Brandon Walker. Back from a broken leg. Trucks it forward into the Aberdeen territory. 40 out, centre field. Jack Pennell. Bit of miscommunication there. The ball doesn't find hands. Hayden Ball runs back, retreats to it's gone back into Scone territory. Last tackle coming here. Jack Pennell looking for a kick. Brett Carroll jumps down the short side, kicks it in behind there, straight down the throat of John Page on the wing. Takes it 20 out from his own line. Met a good tackle there by Brett Carroll in a great kick chase. Jake Clayton jumps in the dummy half, finds Kyle Robertson. Robertson sneaking across the field there, looking for a gap, but doesn't find it. Nick Watson grabs him by the collar and says, come here, mate.
Get here, son.
Brad Fenton steams it forward. That's what they need from the captain coach there.
Look at the drive from Scone, though. The speed off the line and the drive and the tackle is just brutal.
Aberdeen have not got a response for that at all at the moment.
It's brutal.
Hoogs, is he the man that says, come on, let's go? He does. He beats one tackle, 2 tackle. He marches over. He pushes up towards halfway there, about 45 out from his own line, about 10 in from the far sideline. Liam Wilton steams it forward. That's a great run. That's what Aberdeen need. Carries the ball for 10 metres there, just over the halfway line. Chance for an attacking kick here. Jakey Clayton gets out of 9, puts it downfield. It'll be Jake Rance, takes it on the full. Great take there. Tackled about 32 metres from his own line. About 15 metres in from the touchline here on the grandstand side. Jack Pennell hands the ball off to Isaac Smith. Isaac Smith in behind the ruck there. Is tackled well by Andrew Burton over the top. Brandon Walker looks for another carry. Looks for a centering run there. Bounces out of 1. Bounces out of 2. Gets an offload away to Hayden Ball, who's been smashed in a great tackle by Liam Wilton over the top.
Boys have got their hands in there. That's a cracking tackle.
Yeah, I think they thought it was a bit high, but I think he just got dominated.
Had a good view of that on the screen here. It wasn't a high shot.
Hamish Watts takes the ball centre field there at halfway. Mitch Rando onto the field at 9. Jack Pennell puts up a big torpedo bomb there. They don't want a bar of that at all, and it's just bounced 1, 2 bounces into the beer tent there. Someone will grab that with their next can of new.
And who said he couldn't commentate? He told me he couldn't do it.
Look at him go.
Look at him go.
Let off the hook there, Aberdeen. I think Scone probably could have come away with a better kick there, but
not much of a chase on it too, Foxy.
Yeah, they sort of just hit and hope.
It was a nothing kick, really, wasn't it? Poor option. The big easy. Look at him go, the big fella.
Big Riker throws a bit of a dodgy offload there. It goes back behind the 20-metre line, centre field there. They just need to get into it. Yeah, exactly that. Steve Hinchin just getting over the ad line, get the ball going forward for Aberdeen here. Big Jack Pryor. Great run, absolutely great run. Takes it over the 30, centre field there. Jakey Clayton in at dummy half, marching the troops around. Daniel Hugerwerf says, let's get rid of it here. He's like to have that kick back, and he does because it's been charged down, and Robbo gets the ball back in his hands. No signal of 6 again here yet.
No, David said no.
Nah. Well, Aberdeen just look a little bit lacking of direction here as another ball hits the ground there, and Brad Fenton swoops on it, only to be swarmed by 3 Scone defenders who bury him in the ground there. 30 metres out from their own line, and they've given away a penalty. That's a coach killer right there, considering in 4 tackles Aberdeen had marched 8 metres off the tap.
Great set.
And they give away a penalty on what would have been the last tackle there. So
Brendan Walker and the male model from Marundai. Mitch Rando.
Yeah, with Mitch Rando being on the field there, look for that ball pushing over the ad line a lot more from Scone.
Mate, at best, they were going to get a handover on about the 40-yard line with the kick of Foxy with the win, mate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely cruel, that.
Discipline you spoke about pre-game.
Absolutely, mate.
As Jakey Clayton gets the ball, gives it to that man, Hitchin marches makes a carry of about 6 metres before he's met in a strong tackle. Brad Fenton gets the ball here, looking for a tip on. Plays it out the back to Billy Windsor. Billy Windsor plays Ian Reichel there on a great line there on a lead run.
Forward pass.
Tackled over the top. Oh, he's called a forward pass.
Yep. Gee, I think that was flat.
Yeah,
I think that was flat.
I called it play on. I thought it was a fine ball, but that's why those boys are down there in the yellow shirts get paid the money they do.
Absolutely. If you look at that set there, Foxy, like I said, they made about 8 metres in 4 tackles. At best, they were going to get a kick. The kick would have landed probably where that scrum is now on the 40-yard line with this wind.
Yep.
A handover there after that set. 2 sets, you're back to where you started from, mate. I think that's a good call on a poor option.
And the biggest thing there for Aberdeen when that set that probably pushed for that forward pass is you got to make go forward to be able to earn the right to play the edges, and they just didn't do that yet. So
absolutely.
Anyway, Scone with the ball at halfway with a full set. Nick Watson takes it. Good run by Nick Watson. Legs pumping there. Almost takes it to the Aberdeen 40. Tackled over the top by Brad Fenton. Brad Fenton going through a lot of work.
6-4 and A+ contracting and Polywelding scoreboard, 9 minutes.
Freddie Adams. Would you call that a dominating tackle by Liam Wilton? Spun out of it, found a way for a quick play of the ball. Jack Pennell picks up a loose pass from Rando, drops Hayden Bull underneath. Brad Fenton with a good tackle underneath. Brandon Walker, bit of a flat carry there, makes 2 metres before Aberdeen swarm on him. Ian Reichel with another good one-on-one tackle there. Scone with shape, set up left end right here. They go left to Jack Pennell. Jack Pennell with a little chip kick, gets it over. Does he get the bounce? He does get the bounce. Can he get the ball down? Oh,
so close.
Aberdeen just managed to get in there and knock the ball loose as he was trying to reach out and score.
Young boy of pain.
Great little eyes up play there by Jack Pennell. Caught the fullback probably on the other side of the field there and backed himself, got the perfect bounce, and unfortunately just couldn't get the ball to the ground.
John Pryor, try-saving tackle.
Jack Pryor even.
Sorry, no, John Page, my bad. I was going 2 of them.
It's easy for you to say, Reg.
I'll wait until first grade centres get out there, mate. Wow.
As Ian Reichel takes it there, 10 metres out, just to the right of the uprights. Grant Saville, great tackle there. That Nick Watson and I believe Tom Hunt onto the field.
Yep.
Hoogs passes it off to Jack Pryor. Jack Pryor's had probably the best go forward for Aberdeen. They need a bit more out of him there. Finds his front. Hoogs with a quick play of the ball. Can get out and go. He does exactly that. Great run. About a 15-metre carry by Hoogs there. Up the field. Marching up to the 40 as Brandon Walker brings him down. Billy Winter gets the ball. Nice left foot step there. Finds Kyle Robson on the inside. Aberdeen with their best set going forward in a long time here. Hoogs jumps into dummy half. Billy Winter with the ball. He gets rid of it here. Probably not the best kick, but it may end up with a result as it bounces down to Jade Smith. And he's tackled there by Josh Watson about 1 metre in from the far sideline on their 40-metre line.
Well, it's all Scone at the moment, boys. They're down to 12 men, but they're all momentum.
You wouldn't think it, would you?
Speed. It's what Scone's been about all year, is just speed.
Yeah.
A little bit behind the line there, but I mean, most of their things, it's literally off the hip and on the ad, you know.
Yeah, you look at their play and it's very very structured, and I reckon that's probably instilled from Adam Clydesdale in first grade, driving it down through the grades.
Nice little shot kick there through, I think it's Mitchy Rando.
Yeah. Very active number 9 he is as he chases his own kick down, as most kickers should do.
Absolutely, a lot to do with Mitchy in his career. It's been good. Oh, no.
Just a little bit too much in that tackle there, as you can hear the Aberdeen crowd over there loving that call from Dave Windle.
Absolutely.
Again, Aberdeen, that's a blessing for Aberdeen. A few hands on hips as they finally get down behind the ball here. Jakey Clayton will find touch about 30 metres out from the Aberdeen line.
Only 6 minutes 30 remaining in this first half of football. 6-4 on A+ contracting and Polywelding scoreboard. Scone leading.
Steve Hinchin with another great run. He's been big for Aberdeen. A couple of other forwards need to put their hand up and go with him here. Jakey Clayton getting into first receiver here. Shovels the ball on to Jack Pryor. Jack Pryor met in a strong tackle there by Cody McCarthy, but he keeps the legs pumping.
Didn't he?
Good run there. Makes it to 5 metres from halfway in the centre of the field in the dirt pit there. Bradley Fenton gets the ball, trucks it forward. The captain coach says, come on, boys, let's go.
That's a better run.
Yeah. Finds his front there. Can he get a quick play of the ball for Hoogs to go off the back of? Hoogs jumps down the short to Billy Windsor. Billy Windsor throws the dummy there, trying to poke through, tried to offload there and has lost the ball. Yep.
Should be play on.
That's a knock on from Aberdeen.
He's called Aberdeen there. I think Billy Windsor would like his time again there. Probably just understand the context of that set there, that, yep, we've got a bit of go forward there. It's probably been one of our better sets, and let's try and get to a kick there. And unfortunately, he stepped off his right there off the back of a dummy, probably tried to push a pass. It wasn't quite on.
That's the third pass he's done. Third one time he's tried to pass a ball that wasn't on.
Yeah, look, I know you've got to take your opportunities, but at the same time, dropping ball doesn't give you those opportunities. It's Hamish Watts gets the ball off the scrum, takes it straight through, bounces out of 1 or 2 before he's met a great tackle there by Jed McKinnon. Freddie Adams into dummy half. Dave Windle Weffrin at the ruck as Freddie Adams goes around Dave Windle. Gets tackled on the spot there, trying to dodge David in the middle there. Cody McCarthy gets the ball, looks for a tip on. Gets the offload out the back to Brett Carroll though. Brett Carroll with a bit of space in front of him, steps past one, pokes his nose through another tackle there. Brought down by Grant Saville and a great tackle underneath. He's kicked out there. Grant Saville's bounced out the back. Hamish Watts gets the ball. Going at him here with numbers. They find Freddie Adams in space down the right edge. Gets the ball off the old timer and Jade Smith. Jade Smith's got the fullback to beat. He's brought down there. 2 metres short, about a metre in from touch. Nick Watson gets the ball. They shift it on to Hamish Watts. Hamish Watts off to Jack Pennell. Jack Pennell to Tom Hunt. Horrible ball. That'll be play on.
Oh, that'll be play on.
No, they've called that back. One thing I did notice there as the play went on to Jade Smith, I think Freddie Adams got upended in back play there after he passed the ball on. And yeah, it looked. I seen him do about 3 backflips over there, but Anthony Worth called play on.
Aberdeen just need a few more runs like Brad Fenton's run here a minute ago.
Yes.
It's just a good, solid, ad-line running, at speed, and there's 15, 16 metres straight in it. Like half a dozen of those, mate, and they're back in the game.
Yep, exactly that. I think they've taken it for granted since they thought, oh, Scone's only got 12 here, we'll run away with this, but you've still got to play footy.
Absolutely.
Jakey Clayton throws it out the back to Jed McKinnon, who's met a great tackle there.
Freddie Adams
over the top there. And the ball's come loose. Yep, fair call there. Yep, absolutely. Freddie Adams with a great dominant tackle there, and Jed McKinnon's tried to fight and get up and play the ball, and unfortunately didn't take the ball with him and has spilled his beans.
3 minutes 30 remaining, 6-4. Scone have been down to 12 men since the 7th minute of the match, with JJ sent off, and Aberdeen don't look like they have anything in the tank.
Definitely a lot of time we've been looking to the left, gents.
As they poke down the short side there off the back of the scrum. Freddie Adams with the ball. Aberdeen's defence swarming, trying to take him towards the sideline. He's about a metre short of Worthy there on the sideline. And Dave Windle's called a strip. Yeah, there's about 3 or 4 in the tackle. The ball's come loose and obviously hands all over it. Called appropriately there by Dave. So here we are with 2 minutes 45 on the score.
Well,
what's going on there?
Well, what's happened is the winger's charged. Oh, that's a push off the ball by Freddie Adams, but the winger's sprinted half the way down the field.
I was looking at that too, guys.
And Dave Windle's called a tap when they got the ball off the ball boy. The winger still hasn't come back. The ball's in play, and he's awarding a try to Jade Smith right where the play was.
I can see about 3 or 4 footies on the field now.
Wow.
Well, it's a try anyway. It's 10 points to 4.
No, hang on. He's back out. What's up in here?
Anthony Worth's got
something
to say about this here. So
he's back out in the field, so I'm unsure they're going to get the
time off as he has a chat to Anthony here.
I think Brad's challenging, or Fenton's challenging that.
He
actually wasn't back on side.
Yeah. Dave made it stuff up a blunder in the grand final.
Brad Fenton's going to Dave Windle for a captain's challenge here.
Oh, yes.
Well, he's going to have a chat to the captains about it, but you can't. The player's out of play. He's got to wait till he's back on side. Well, I don't think Dave's seen it.
He got the ball back off the ball boy, not off the ball in.
I guess this
had 2 balls on the field.
This call would come down to Anthony Worth. He's as the touchy there. You've got to set the mark for where the ball comes back into play. And
correct.
I think that's why he's pulled up and had a word to Dave here.
Well, I think he's awarded the try. Yeah, he has. It's going to be a kick for Kyle. He's awarded the try to Jade Smith, but that's one that will look back as one of the grand final blunders.
That there could be the telltale of the game, gents.
Absolutely. In the context of the game, it's a very tight, scrappy game. That could be huge come the final 65 to 70 minutes.
He scored on that spot, exact side where the centre knew that his winger had to come back.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Taking the
one man down.
So, yeah.
Wind behind him over here, although it's just dropped a little.
Usually the big referees say you have to wait until the player's back.
But you do, you've got to wait back on side.
Yeah. Yep.
Exactly what you got to do.
Oh, well, Dave's made the call, and
Doesn't
here we
matter.
are, 10-4.
He's pointed at the ground,
10-4, big
10-4
buddy.
on the, breaker.
Well, he's copying something from the Aberdeen crowd where he's
Oh,
standing,
mate.
Dave.
I tell you now, he'd be getting everything thrown at him here. There's Chewy on his boot, lolly legs. It'd be all.
Yeah.
No, but Dave Windle's back near in the tent.
I tell you now, if he kicks this, you watch the salute he gives to the crowd, though.
Yeah.
Well, as you can hear, they're very vocal right in front of young Jack Pennell, and he nailed one from the sideline earlier on the opposite side.
Comes it, hits it well. It's coming around all right.
It's just swung wide. I think he's probably playing for the wind a bit there,
Yeah.
Foxy, and he's bloody. Look at him. The flags are dead flat now. You would not have picked that in a million
They died
years.
off on him, the
10-4.
poor bugger.
I don't think they'll get back to the kick-off.
Yeah, I don't know if Aberdeen will be looking to kick off here before half time. I think they'll be happy to walk into the sheds, but
Yeah.
Unless they go
convoy.
for a short kick. 40 seconds counting
Billy
down.
Windsor will put the boot to the ball even. Spit my words out.
It's easy for you to say, Foxy.
It is a short
He does
high.
try the short one. Kyle Robson gets up above the pack, unfortunately knocks it on.
That's a mess.
That'll be half time. 25 seconds, this will wind down.
10-4, big buddy.
Well, are they going to it's going to rushing to get to the scrum, but Jade Smith just said, no, back it off, boys.
Yeah, that's the old experience there. He's probably the first one looking
Oh,
for
no,
a
they've
drink.
packed it. They've packed the scrum.
Time off, no.
Dave saying, no, I'm not having a bar of it, Dave Windle.
Dave,
He even shook his head.
They've put the ball in nonetheless, though. There's been a bit of a ruckus in the scrum.
And that's
be a-
half time.
That'll
It'll be
take
a
us to the
miss.
break there finally after 3 times trying to call it.
10-4 on the A-plus contracting and
You're on top of it,
polyworlding
Foxy.
scoreboard at half time. Now, boys, just before we take a break, I thought it would have been a match changer with JJ Apthorpe being sent off, with 7 minutes in the first half. Gone.
Yeah, look, the biggest thing is it goes for most games, but come finals footy even more so, you've got to be present in the very moment you're in. JJ got sent off the field and Skane just went bang, righto, let's be present in the moment we are. Let's go about our next run, our next tackle and just get that job done, whereas Aberdeen are probably going, look, we've got an extra man on the field here. It'll come easy to us, and unfortunately that's not how footy works. You still got to go out and earn it.
That's exactly right. But like I said, 2 tries with 12 men on the field. One from Kyle Robertson, kicking it back in field for the try assist, and then that blunder from over the other side. I think that's one that I hope we're not talking about at the end of the game. I'm guessing now with the wind in the second half.
Oh, look, the wind
It's
looks
gonna be a good game.
yeah, wind looks to have died off here, and the sun's come out. Matty Kenny, you reckon a few more points in the second half?
She's
or
on
what?
now, mate. She's on now. Again, it will play into them, Foxy, certainly. Playing out there in the cold, as you know, it's hard. Your hands get cold. You don't actually get that football into you.
Yep.
But look, who knows what's going to happen? The field looks to be holding up okay, Foxy. A couple of little scuds through there, but this is going to turn into a very entertaining game this second half. Aberdeen will have the wind at their back. Running into a breeze like that, as you know, it's hard to get wind into your chest.
Yeah.
It actually dries you out so badly, and Aberdeen's going to have that advantage coming home. So look, I wouldn't be calling the cards just yet, mate. I think it's going to be a tough battle second half, but
Nah, the boys will go over to the sheds there. They'll get the water into their lungs and
absolutely.
get the old chapsticks out on the cracked lips, and they'll be ready to go in the second half.
Right, we'll take a quick break. We'll let you guys get some fluid into you, and we'll be back right after half-time's break. And we're back for the second half action. The players yet to take the field, but Hayden, let me tell you right now, game on. I've just been down to utilise the little boys' facilities, but there was a big lineup, so I used the Denman dressing sheds. Denman to kick off, running to the south in first grade.
Running towards the Musselbrook.
Yes.
Yeah, wow. Oh, well.
So, for in
What's
given
that?
election.
That's going against the wind first. They want
Yes.
to run home with it. Oh, well, very interesting call there to give Scone the upper hand to start the grand final in terms of the wind. But in saying that, you can't just bank on the wind in a game of football. You need to go through the motions of the game, make your tackles, get through your sets. And, yeah, there's a lot more than just the wind on the footy field, especially on grand final day.
We've still got 35 minutes of play left in this reserve grades fixture.
Let's not get too ahead of ourselves.
I'm still looking over to the hills. I don't like that Matty Kenny jinxes us.
Oh, look, it comes and goes. I was just saying that to the chick there, like, the sun comes out, it starts looking good, the clouds are hidden away, and then 2 minutes later you look to your right there, and the dark clouds are glooming across, and the wind's picked up again. So as both fields both teams come back onto the field here, I think something that Aberdeen would have been talking about there is, mate, we need to find some go forward, find some energy, and start giving it to Scone, because I think in most aspects of the game here, considering they've only got 12 blokes on the park, Scone are just out enthusing Aberdeen.
10-4 with 35 minutes remaining. Scone leading Aberdeen. No JJ Apthorpe. And it was a no-no to JJ Apthorpe. Sent off 7 minutes 15 into the reserve grade grand final. And like I said, I haven't seen that in the grand final since Bradley Schultz. And I've been reminded it was 2008.
Yeah,
So
wow.
it's going to kick off to the south.
That might be a carton or two for JJ tomorrow, I reckon.
Aberdeen to run with the wind in this half.
Yeah, Jackie Pinnell. One thing for Scone in that first half there, Jackie Pinnell with his kicking game just turned Aberdeen around a few times there. Obviously, sort of running into the wind there. They just said, look, let's get the ball in Aberdeen's hand and muscle up. And that's something that Aberdeen's got to match in this second half.
Take it away, big boy.
Jackie Pinnell kicks off. It's holding up in the wind there. That man, Morgan Ward, underneath it. Wasn't the cleanest take, but he takes it nonetheless here, and he's tackled about a metre short of the sideline right in front of the benches there. Jakey Clayton hands the ball off to the old-timer Liam Fitzsimmons, and he's barreled down. Great two-man tackle there by Nick Watson and Alex Darms. Jakey Clayton drops Jack Pryor underneath. He bumps off Alex Darms straight over the top of another. There's a couple of speed bumps there. Jack Pryor gets up and plays the ball. Daniel Hoogerworth hands it off to Jake Clayton. Steve Hinchins trucks it forward, and there's a penalty there. That's a much better start to the game there, or the second half, sorry. A lot of go forward, a lot of leg speed there in those first three carries from Aberdeen. Billy Winter looks to put this into touch, and he does just that. Aberdeen will have the tap roughly 30 metres out from the Scone line. Daniel Hoogerworth takes it. Morgan Ward off the tap, steams forward, straight at Hamish Watts there. Freddie Adams and Nick Watson get in and help him as they bring him down to the ground 20 metres out from the try line. Liam Fitzsimmons takes it, centering the ball in.
Great tackle.
About 20 metres infield there. Daniel Sieve again. Daniel Hoogerworth jumping out of 9, trying to create. Finds an offside play there. He's brought down a great tackle underneath by Hamish Watts. Try-saving tackle there as they hand the ball off out to Billy Windsor to the right. Billy Windsor to Kyle Robertson. Robertson jinxed, and he's tackled there. Controlled well by the centre out there, and Isaac Smith. Grant Saville into dummy half. Finds Ian Reichel with a crash ball. Does he score? He's over the line. Is the ball down? No, it's held up. Who's that underneath? Jack Pinnell managed to squeeze his little frame in underneath there and hold the ball up, but there's a player down. It does not look good. Alex Darms, Scone boy showing concern straight away. He gets back up though. He's a tough little fellow, Alex Darms.
Someone was probably telling him from Scone, remember when Merriwell were down for 40 minutes and Aberdeen came back? Don't do it, son.
Ian Reichel takes the ball back to the 10-metre line here. Daniel Hoogerworth at dummy half. See what Aberdeen can create in this set here. Jumps down the short side. He slips. He gives the ball off to Billy Windsor. Oh, what a hit. What a hit by Isaac Smith. He is dead set, put Billy Windsor a couple of feet under there. Billy Windsor, he's bounced back up to the credit of the little fella, but he's lost the ball in the crunching tackle by Isaac Smith.
On the last
Dead set, had a target, hunted him in, and has absolutely buried him there on the last tackle. Otherwise, that was a try nonetheless.
He's saying, oh, no, it's a scrum feed.
Yeah, he dropped the ball.
Yeah,
rattled him and rattled the ball loose. As Scone, they'll have a scrum feed here, 10 metres off their own line. It looks to be Freddie Adams, one off the scrum to take the first carry. Straight off the line, Morgan Ward just breaks out of the scrum quickly and wraps him up. Brought down with the help of Jed McKinnon there. He'll play the ball. Jade Smith into dummy half. He comes to this short side here. Jed McKinnon, well aware of that, monsters him down in a great tackle after the Jade Smith takes about 2 metres forward there. Plays the ball to Alex Darms. Alex Darms tips on to Cody McCarthy in over the ad line. A good run there. Carries the ball for about 8-9 metres there before he's wrestled to the ground by Morgan Ward. Alex Darms gets into dummy half. Daniel Sieve. Met a great tackle by Steve Hinchin. Stopped him in his tracks.
The big boys meet in the
35
middle.
out from their own line. Scone here. Hamish Watts gets the ball. Boots it downfield. Is the wind taking that towards the sideline here? It does.
Another one.
Yeah.
Scone suffering the same punishment that Aberdeen did in the first set.
Again, they probably just crept down this short side. They probably should have went to the open there to get that kick away. Especially with the wind, you got to really be aware of the corridor and where that wind's coming strongly across to the canteen side here.
Well, this will be a telltale sign of what Aberdeen have got to strike with, 30 metres out, 20 metres in.
Absolutely, as they get the ball 30 metres out with a full set. Morgan Ward starts to set off well with a great leg driving run there. Brought down by two Scone players, 25 out, about right in the middle of the field. Steve Hinchin gets the ball from a little undersplay from Jakey Clayton. Brought down by that man again, Daniel Sieve, making a mountain of tackles today. Billy Winter gets the ball, drifts across to the right, throws an early ball to Grant Saville. Grant Saville catches that speed,
tripped up.
cut down well by Isaac Smith and wrapped up over the top by Jack Pennell. Billy Winter down the short again, hits Daniel Hugerworth, who's met another crunching tackle by that man, Isaac Smith, the hit man. The ball goes infield to Ian Reichel. Bit of a nothing play there as they centre it. Daniel Hugerworth goes into dummy half. Last tackle, Aberdeen need a really good end of the set here. Fires the ball, no he doesn't. Dummies it. Gets the ball loose. Hincho just throws a speculator. It's been touched. That'll be 6 more. Jakey Clayton on the ball, about 18 out, right in front of the black dot there. Billy Winter, Jack Price steams it forward. He only knows one way. Trucks it forward, leaves 1-2 Scone players in his way. He's tackled 2 metres short of the try line here. Aberdeen coming at Scone with a lot here. Billy Winter throws the dummy out at dummy half. He's tackled inches short of the try line there, about 10 metres to the left of the uprights. Kyle Robinson into dummy half. Swings the ball out to Jakey Clayton. Jakey Clayton drops Daniel Hugerworth under. Daniel Hugerworth swinging in the tackle, brought down well in another tackle by Daniel Seave. Robinson into dummy half. Billy Winter gets the ball. Cut out ball to Jed McKinnon and he's dropped it. And Jade Smith picks it up and he's off up to the 20 there for Scone. Scone off the hook there.
Billy Windsor's not having the
lack
day
of
to remember.
organisation there by Aberdeen and execution. And Scone come away with the ball. Freddie Adams centering the ball there, brought down by Liam Fitzsimmons. Alex Darms takes the ball after a quick play of the ball. Tip on from Cody McCarthy to Tom Hunt.
Oh!
And he's called it forward.
Oh, I don't know about that one.
Wow, the touchy on the far side hasn't moved. I think that's where the calls come from there.
I don't know about that one. 30 metres out from their own line, third tackle. That was all momentum Scone, and that was a momentum killer. I don't know about that, whether that one was forward. I thought that was at best flat.
I'd have to agree with you there. I've seen plenty of passes worse than that get let go today in the game. So
wow.
Anyway, the call's been made, and here Aberdeen, 30 metres out, right in the middle of the field with a scrum. I just think...
Can they crack him?
I think Billy Winter just needs to maybe settle a little bit here. It's 10-4 with half an hour to go in a game of football. Probably don't have to necessarily score a try. Maybe get a repeat set and mount some pressure, and then that's where the cracks in the defensive scone will come. Anyway, Kyle Robinson gets the ball off the scrum here. Jinx comes back against the grain here before Jack Pennell swings him down by the jersey. Daniel Hugerworth jumps into 9. Hits Ian Reichel down the short side. Gets up over the ad line. Trucks it forward 10 metres out from the scone line there. About 15 in from the far touch line. Liam Fitzsimmons trucks it forward there. Met by 3 or 4 scone blokes. Dominating tackle there. Daniel Hugerworth gets the ball out to Billy Winter. Billy Winter, there it is. The grubber in behind. Jade Smith looking to pick it up.
Oh, no, he whacks it dead.
Tell you what, they must be able to hear what I'm calling up here, Reg, because that's exactly what I just said that Aberdeen need to do there. Mount some pressure.
Is it too early, though? Wasn't he the last?
Yeah, look, nonetheless, you take those opportunities. There's 4 cracks at him there. Just those back-to-back tackles that Scone have to make here. As you can see, there's a few blokes there in behind the in-goal area with hands on knees, hands on hips there, just trying to suck the energy back into the lungs. Jack Pennell taking his time here. Aberdeen just a little bit upbeat after that too. So this is the set here. Jack Pennell drops it out, goes down the middle of the field, bounces its way up towards the halfway line before Liam Fitzsimmons takes it there. Runs it back in before met by that man again, Daniel Seave. Brings him down in good tackle there. Morgan Ward takes the ball, one off the ruck there.
He's got blood coming out of his mouth coming to the sideline. Liam Fitzsimmons here and Fenton to go on.
Hugerworth with one marker in the play there, jumps out, scoots off, bumps off Cody McCarthy. Looking for an offload before he's upended there, and a great tackle there by the smaller player in Hamish Watts. Jakey Clayton gets the ball away. Billy Winter tips it on. Robbo tips it on to Grant Saville. Grant Saville gets across the right, beats his centre there. Jack Pennell muscles up. Does he get to the line? He's inches short of the try line there before the Scone defence swarms. Cuts him off. Ball comes infield to Kyle Robinson. Kyle Robinson gives it to Jack Pryor. He'll go forward here. Jinx off his left. He's got a head full of steam here. Look out. Someone needs to get in front of him. Scone do exactly that, and he's tackled about the same spot as that last play of the ball. Grant Saville into dummy half. He looks for a driving surge. Probably not the play there on the last tackle. Scone well aware of that with 3 or 4 blokes in and around the ruck there.
Wasn't on.
Swallowed him, held him there. And, yeah, look, another probably lacklustre end of the set from Aberdeen there.
Oh.
Daniel Seave takes the ball forward. Curtis Irving gets out of the line, makes a great one-on-one tackle there with the help. Bradley Fenton just holding him down. Nick Watson gets the ball. He gets across field before stepping off his right into Jake Clayton. Helped by the bigger fella in Morgan Ward over the top there. Scone rolling forward here with Freddie Adams. before he's met by Hincho.
They've not made any ground on that round, right?
Yeah. Oh, he's lost that there. Regathered it before he lost it. Cody McCarthy for another tip on there to Hayden Bull. Hayden Bull gets over the 30 of Scone. He's about 35 out from his own line, probably 5 to the left of the upright. Jack Pennell says, let's get out of here. Gets the kick. He's inside his 40 there, but he's put it dead set. He's kicked it straight into the Aberdeen bench there. And that's 3 sets in a row that Scone have turned the ball over on their own 30 to Aberdeen. Nah.
This half, we've had 10 minutes gone and it's all been in Scone's territory.
Like I said to you, Reg, when it comes to the win, just drill it down the middle of the field and the wind will take the ball towards that sideline there. I know he's probably looking for a 40-20 there, trying to pull off the big play, but high percentage play there, just get the ball downfield and get up over halfway and make some tackles and force some hard work out of Aberdeen, which unfortunately for Scone, they haven't done so far, and here are Aberdeen.
This man has not stopped all day, has he?
He's had a great game, Hincho. Trucks it forward again. Getting through a mountain of work. Gets up, plays the ball. Brad Fenton, another one that's starting to put his hand up and roll forward here. Met in a great tackle by Shannon Brooks and Cody McCarthy there. And they're letting him know about it on the ground too. Gets up, plays the ball. Hoogerworth off to Windsor. Windsor goes out the back. Another sloppy pass picked up by Robbo before he's dominated over the top by Hamish Watts there. Jakey Clayton in a dummy half, gives it off to Liam Wilton. Liam Wilton with the big strides, goes forward, pokes his nose through. Flopped over the top by Shannon Brooks, gets up, plays the ball. Need a quick play the ball here. Hoogs goes down the short, throws the ball to Jed McKinnon. Jed McKinnon one-on-one with Freddie Adams there. The ball comes loose. Wait for the call there to see how that ball's come loose. It's come flying out into the barbecue tent there.
20-metre restart.
20-metre restart. So he's obviously looked to push the pass there. Again, Aberdeen just frustrated, a bit of coach killer there on the sideline. Just not there.
Out there in the middle.
Well, yeah, even worse. Just not coming to the end of the sets that they'd want to be having there. They just need to, again, probably look for a repeat set or maybe a little bit more execution and direction from their halves in terms of their attacking structure.
Oh, another
forward pass. They're dead set in the Bermuda Triangle there in centre field, 30 metres out from their own try line. Scone, there's a Bermuda Triangle that's formed at half time and they cannot get out of that hole.
30 metres out. Again, it's a scrum feed to the Aberdeen Tigers. Darms from dummy half.
Yeah, look.
He even grabbed his head with both hands and jolted to the ground like not happy, mate.
That's a trade of Scone, just getting their forwards up over the ad line, but obviously execution from your pass at 9 is first and foremost, and 3 or 4 sets in a row, they just haven't done that.
10-4 on the A+ contracting and Polly Worthing scoreboard. 23 minutes left in this grand final.
Billy Windsor needs to take control of this set here as the dominant half here. Wow, he's kicked off the scrum there. Kyle Robinson's leading the race with this ball though. He's swooped. Oh, he's made a meal of it. Oh, he's copped the worst bounce possible there. Looking for the ball to sit up. He won the race. They did everything right there. And he's copped a straight up and down bounce. And I think it might have come off his face. Scone let off the hook again. I was surprised with the kick from Windsor, but Robbo with his speed led the race. Had the try zone up for all money and just unfortunately couldn't gather it. Anyway, here's Scone. Can they get out of this little hole here that they can't seem to get out of this half? Darm says, I'm not going to throw another forward pass, I'll just run it this time. Happily met by the Aberdeen defenders there as they swarm to get on top of the hooker. Shannon Brooks jumps into dummy half, throws the ball off to Edward Rosa there. Oh, great tackle by Hincho underneath. Picks him up, drives him, drops him on the spot. Darms to Hayden Bull down the short there. Hayden Bull takes it forward. Curtis Irving meets him. Met well underneath there. Grant Saville.
Above the horizontal.
Yeah, look.
Scone are finally out of their 40 though.
Yeah, look. Probably wasn't
taken 13 minutes.
The tackle itself probably wasn't overly dangerous, but yep, that's the way it is. Over the horizontal, that'll be a penalty as Hayden Bull just takes the ball off the tap, straight into Curtis Irving again. Brings him down in a pretty good one-on-one tackle there. Darmsy to the middle of the field. Shannon Brooks tips on to Rosa. Rosa met by 3 or 4 Aberdeen blokes as they look to dominate that ruck there. Hamish Watts with shape set up out to the right. Darmsy finds that man. They drop Freddie Adams under against the grain. Freddie Adams stepping. Runs straight into Daniel Hoogerworth. He's not going to beat that man there. Hoogerworth brings him down with the help of Bradley Fenton and Andrew Burton. 30 out from the Aberdeen line. Darmsy drops Brooksy underneath. Wildo bounces off the tackle there. Brooksy finds his front 20 metres out. Just going with a bit of urgency here. Darmsey finds Hamish Watts there. Tips on to Nick Watson. Nick Watson, great tackle underneath by Jed McKinnon there. Cuts him on the spot. Ball to the centre there. Darmsey with the kick. Comes off Hoogs. Not played at. And dived on by Bradley Fenton there. They've dodged the bullet there, Aberdeen. Scone with a bit of field position. Couldn't come away with probably the option they were after there. Nonetheless, Liam Wilton trucks it out of his own end here as he takes it up to the 20-metre line. Hincho with another great carry. Runs straight over the top of Alex Darms. Leaves him behind on the ground. Great leadership from Hincho here today. Trucking forward. Jakey Clayton out of 9 after a bit quick play the ball from Hitchens. 3 Scone players in there to bring him down on the 40-metre line. Daniel Hoogerworth jumps into dummy half. He's looking for a quick play.
That's the
fair call there.
Penalty.
You've got to find a way to clear yourself out of the ruck there.
You can't disappear from that.
Yeah, Jake Clayton did well there to play a bit of twister with Hayden Bull there and got him caught in the ruck.
Oh, they've taken the tap, not kick for touch.
Jack Pryor there. Great tackle underneath there by Shannon Brooks. Brings him down. Gets up, plays the ball. Hoogerworth to the open. Goes himself, trucks it forward, spins out of 1. Brought down one-on-one there by Hayden Bull as he wrestled him to the ground. Robertson in a dummy half. Jack Pryor's trucked it forward well for Aberdeen today, and he does so again here. Straight over top of Darmsey again. Hoogerworth off the back of a quick play of the ball. Bit of a roll on here for Aberdeen. Hoogerworth spins out of 1, looking for the offload there. Decides to hold it there with a bit of experience. Good play.
Time out for the play down in the background, Rosa.
Edward Rose has stayed down after a bit of a contact there with Jack Pryor.
He's hurt his back.
Yeah, holding his back.
I don't think I've seen someone hold their back in
a defensive situation.
Yeah.
Probably not a bad thing for Scone there because Aberdeen really had a bit of a roll on that set there, and it's just stopped them and allowed them to get their defensive line set. As Aberdeen shift to the middle here, Billy Windsor drops one under before throwing a wide pass to Jake Clayton. Jake Clayton to Jed McKinnon. Freddie Adams up for the challenge there with a great one-on-one tackle. Stops him in his tracks.
How is Scone down one player with this defence they've been doing?
Yeah, you wouldn't think it. 5th tackle there, and Aberdeen have trucked it forward. There's no communication whatsoever there. That's
nothing.
I tell you what, this is where, like I said before, Billy Windsor really needs to control the play there. He wasn't involved in the play before. He had to have his hands on the ball there.
Nick Watson
brings it out. About 15 in from touch on this Canteen side here. Brought down well there by Liam Wilton. Edward Rose up on his feet again here. Takes a strong carry there. Bumps off Brad Fenton. Eventually brought down over the top there by, I believe that is Scott Burgess on the field now. Jack Pennell gets the ball with a tip on there to Shannon Brooks. Shannon Brooks there. Met a strong one-on-one tackle there by Jack Pryor as he falls over the top of him. Mitchell Rando with an early kick out of dummy half. Nah, he's held it in well there, looking for a 40-20. And it's just short of the 20, but nonetheless that's a good kick from Mitchell Rando there.
Well, Aberdeen down by 6. Scone down by 1 player for nearly the entirety of the match. And Scone are out of their own half for the second time right now. Can Aberdeen get back down the other end? They're not punishing the line. Who can crack the line for Aberdeen?
Yeah, look, like I've touched on several times already there, their execution down in the 20-metre attacking zone there has just been a bit lacklustre, and I think they need to get a bit more creative there and a bit better execution, and they will come away with points if they get enough ball. Anyway, Grant Saville here takes it over the halfway line for Aberdeen. Brought down well there by Mitch Rando underneath. Shannon Brooks over the top. Hoogerworth into dummy half. Centering ball to Curtis Irving. Drives forward up over the 40 before being muscled by Cody McCarthy. Hoogerworth out of 9. Catches one marker. Throws a great ball to Liam Wilton. That's a great ball before he's cut down well. Hamish Watts. Great tackle underneath again. Daniel Hoogerworth in a dummy half. Jakey Clayton gets the ball. Last tackle option. That's a much better one. Drops it right on the try line there. Aberdeen swarming, looking to take him back into the goal area. He's tackled about a metre short, about 15 metres in from the far touchline there. Grant Saville makes that tackle. Cody McCarthy jumps down the short before finding Brett Carroll. Brett Carroll snuck around the outside there of the Aberdeen defence before being tackled 20 out. About 2 metres in from the touchline there, right in front of the Aberdeen crowd. Hayden Bull takes the ball forward. Met there by Brad Fenton before bouncing off and eventually brought down by Billy Windsor on the 30-metre line. Brandon Walker back onto the field, about to take this carry as he drops underneath Mitch Rando off the ruck before good tackle by Billy Windsor underneath. Stops him about 35 out from the Scone line. Mitch Rando jumps down the short side there. Who's pushing on the ball with him? Throws the dummy before Grant Saville makes a great one-on-one tackle. Cuts him down right on the halfway line here. Scone to kick the ball here with Jack Pennell. puts it to the heavens with a great torpedo. He says, good luck, boys. Josh Watson has never looked comfortable underneath that.
And no urgency to get to the ball either.
Good kick by Jack Pennell there. He's hit 2 of those torpedoes today. That one in a much better field position there, forcing Aberdeen to play at it. And, yeah, look, unfortunately, even the best of fullbacks would have been having trouble trying to take that one there. And Josh Watson did his best, but unfortunately it just drifted away from him there at the last second. Got his hands to it and unfortunately dropped it forward. Scone with a couple of little let-offs here. 16 minutes to go on the scoreboard here. Scone up by 10 points to Aberdeen's 4 points. 30 metres out, almost in the centre of the field. Hamish Watts feeds the ball before handing it off to Jack Pennell. Early ball from Jack Pennell off to Isaac Smith. Tackle by John Page and Kyle Robinson. Jack Pennell into dummy half. Finds the ball with Cody McCarthy. Cody McCarthy just trucks it forward. Good run there by Cody McCarthy. Bumps out of one before being dominated over the top by Hoogerworth. Mitchell Rando into dummy half. Off to Hamish Watts. Hamish Watts looking to drop Freddie Adams underneath. Dishes an inside ball to Brett Carroll. Pushing right up in the middle of the field there. He's tackled 2 metres short of the try line. Freddie Adams to dummy half. Throws it out to Jack Pennell. Jack Pennell puts it onto the boot. It's been touched by an Aberdeen player who stuck a foot out at it. Jake Rance gets the ball out there on that left edge. Looking to get away from the Aberdeen defence. They've brought him down. 20 metres out. Will it be 6 again? The call hasn't been made. Isaac Smith there with a run off his own centre there. Brandon Walker gets the ball. They're centering the ball here, 5th and last. Brandon Walker's the one that's kicked it. Probably not the person who wanted to kick it. And it's been a great result for Aberdeen. Aberdeen end up with the ball through Curtis Irving. Scone just having their shot there. Probably not executing their last tackle option very well there. Aberdeen with a let off. Liam Wilton takes it forward. Up over his 10 before driven back. Shannon Brooks underneath. Cody McCarthy over the top in a great tackle. Scott Burgess tries to step off his right. Slips before being tackled by Brandon Walker and Shannon Brooks. Hoogerweth hands the ball off. Morgan Ward with a head full of steam. He picks out the 5'8" and Hamish Watts runs straight over top of him before a great one-on-one tackle by Freddie Adams. Called that name a lot today with some good one-on-one tackles on this edge by Freddie. Liam Fitzsimmons gets the ball, trucks it forward. They're about 10 metres in from touch on this Canteen side. Jakey Clayton into 9, hands the ball off to Hoogs. Hoogs gets rid of it on the boot. From inside his 40 there, Jade Smith sweeps back, takes it on the full and trucks it forward. He'll be met in a great tackle by Jed McKinnon. Stops him on the spot. The whiplash there was like Sonny Bill on Joel Clinton. Great tackle by Jed McKinnon. Backs it up with a tackle from Marker there. Scone stuck on the 40 here out from their own line here. Shannon Brooks drops it under and Jed McKinnon goes, yep, I'll have him too. And he forces an error. Great back-to-back efforts there from Jed McKinnon. 3 great shots in a row. And Scone with a bit of ill discipline here. Someone's tried to tell Dave that wasn't the right call, and he says, no, I'm the referee here. And a tap now for Hoogerworth as he gives it to Andrew Burton. Bumps off Mitch Rando. And another penalty there. Called him offside. Scone need to be careful here with the ill discipline, or they'll find another person sitting down, and they'll be down to 11. Here, Liam Fitzsimmons takes it off the tap. Tackled there by Scone. About 16 short of the Scone try line. Daniel Hoogerworth drops Wilton under. Probably not the right play there as he goes straight in the waiting markers there. Brendan Walker and Mitchell Rando. Ball goes out the back to Jake Clayton, looking for a bit of width on the play here. Billy Windsor off to Robertson. Robertson off to Saville. Saville skips out of that centre tackle again.
There.
No one pushing on the ball. He couldn't get the offload away. Billy Windsor gives it to
Scott Burgess.
Who burrows down, spins around.
He's held
up. I tell you what, that's almost the play there. A couple of times they've got early ball to Grant Saville there. And I tell you now, Grant Saville is a great player. He's got a lot of speed, deceptively quick, and he's very strong. And he skipped out of a couple of one-on-one tackles there and created opportunity most times he's got the ball. They need to go that way again here.
He's that deceptive and quick, he doesn't even know it himself.
Yeah, look, he's been brought down in a couple of last-ditch efforts there by Scone that have saved tries, nonetheless. But every time they've shifted that ball with some good quick hands, he's beaten that first defender and found himself with a bit of space there. There'll be something that I'll be looking for here. I'd center the ball here with Morgan Ward and then look to crack that edge again. They come to Jake Clayton. Jake Clayton goes out the back. They're looking for a shift back the other way now. Robbo gets the ball in his hands. Jinking around, gets a little flick pass out the back. That'd be backwards there and play on. The ball's dived on there by McKinnon. McKinnon will be tackled.
Burgess down the blind side.
Yeah, Andrew Burton just shooting down the short there, a metre short of the try line there. Jed McKinnon gets it in. They need a good result at the end of this set here. Jakey Clayton finds the in-goal area. Will it have to be forced dead? No. A little bit too much sauce on that kick there by Jakey Clayton. Right idea there. Looking for a repeat set. Just unfortunately put a little bit too much on it. And Scone, just through the bounce of the ball and the speed on the kick, were able to just watch it go dead. And as you can see, Scone just sucking them in here as they head back to the tap.
JJ was sent off for that late shot on Lane McKinnon, a high late shot. Does that is that playing into that now? Is that what you think that the Tigers are missing?
Oh, yeah, look, obviously their starting 5'8's not on the field, so they've obviously had to have a bit of a structural change that they would have trained with all week for. But nonetheless, they've got a bloke like Jakey Clayton that played a lot of halves in 18s, and a bloke like Daniel Hugerworth that's played most positions in a footy team. So there's a lot of experience there that should be able to lead them around the field. Sorry. Scone get the ball, and they're now up over halfway. There's an Aberdeen player down in backfield with an injury there. Looks like Liam Wilton, as Dave Windle allows play to go forward. Isaac Smith takes the ball. He's up over the 40. He beats one defender before being brought down by Liam Fitzsimmons, and now Dave Windle pulls play up. It doesn't look good for Liam Wilton there. He was holding his leg immediately. The Aberdeen trainers out there showing a bit of support to him, and doesn't look good.
10 minutes and 58 seconds stopped on the clock. Yeah, how long did he stay down for? Of course, this is what happened last week, that in a time out, Aberdeen made a comeback. It's never want to see a player down, but he doesn't look comfortable, and his knee, trying to get him to move his leg at the moment. I'm just going to have to duck and leave you with it for the last few minutes, Hayden.
You're right, mate. Just getting a bit of positive feedback about my call there from a good old mate, and Ryan Holman, up there on Broadbeach listening in to the Footy Fever team here today. I think the weather will be much better up there in Broadbeach than it is right here at Scone Park. Windy, gloomy, wreaking havoc. Liam Wilton manages to get up, and he's walking himself off the field, which is a positive sign there. Ian Reichel will come onto the field. Scone with the ball. About 38 metres from the Aberdeen try line, centre field. Daniel Sieve takes one off the ruck there, straight into the arms of Scott Burgess. Darms, ball's off to Hamish Watts. Hamish Watts puts a little kick in behind, bouncing around. Joshy Watson swoops on the ball there. Well done by Joshy Watson there. Had to be made, plays at the ball. He's picked up an injury too there in the tackle from Hamish Watts. Slow to get up there. He seems to be holding the not so pleasantries. I don't think Tuck will be testing that one out. As he gets up and plays the ball. Ian Reichel takes it one off the ruck there again from Aberdeen as he's met. Strong tackle by the two front rows from Scone and Cody McCarthy and Daniel Sieve. Hincho takes another one. One off the ruck again by Aberdeen. Just rolling forward here. Cody McCarthy likes that button. He meets another one in a strong tackle. That's a bit better. A tip on there from Jakey Clayton. A little bit wider there for Burgess. As Burgess is brought down by Darms. And Sieve again in another tackle. He's getting through a mountain of work today. Jakey Clayton with the ball. Gets the kick away from inside his 40. Goes down the field. Well positioned by Brett Carroll. Takes it on his 20 there as he brings it to the centre of the field. Morgan Ward, great kick chase. Brings him down. Rides him down to the ground like a bull. Freddie Adams gets the ball here. Trucks it forward. He's up onto the 40-metre line there before being met. And a great gang tackle there from Aberdeen. Gets up, plays the ball. Jakey Rance in the middle of the field for a bit of work here. Daniel Hugerworth says, yep, I'll take that winger, thank you. Drops him on the spot there with a great dominant tackle. Jack Pennell gets the ball. Hayden Bull running on an edge here. Gets at Grant Saville there. Trucks it up over the halfway line. He's about 45 short of Aberdeen try line. Jack Pennell tips it on to Cody McCarthy. McCarthy on to Watts. Watts on to Watson. Watson with a little dinky kick in behind. He regathers it. He pokes out the other side of the Aberdeen defence. He palms off one. And he's brought down eventually there. About 15 short of the Aberdeen try line. 6 more the call from Dave Windle. Darmsy down the short side there. Hamish Watts with the ball. He's swallowed by Ian Reichel and Andrew Burton over the top there. 5 metres short of the Aberdeen try line. Freddie Adams goes himself, looking for an offload, brought down well there in a 1-on-1 tackle by Burton. The ball comes to the middle of the field here through Darms and a tip on to McCarthy. McCarthy on to Sieve. Brought down there in front of the uprights by Burgess and Jake Clayton, 10 metres short of the try line. Jack Pennell, he's taken the one. Jack Pennell.
Smart move.
Yeah. He's seen the opportunity arise on the back of a quick play the ball there, and Jackie Pennell said, well, let's push this outside of a 6-point margin. Pushes the score to 11-4 in the favour of Scone with 8 minutes 15 left on the clock.
Well, we know what can happen in a reserve grade match, but it just doesn't see Aberdeen's got the composure at the moment. It's too many one-outs.
Yeah, look, Aberdeen that last set coming off their own then, probably just, yeah, exactly that, allowed themselves to fall into that one off the ruck stuff, and Cody McCarthy and Daniel Sieve were just swallowing them. So Cody McCarthy actually just come off the field there. I don't know if that's him done for the day to get ready for first grade, but Billy Windsor tries a short kick-off and it hasn't gone 10.
Hasn't been his day, has it?
No.
Billy Windsor's had
a day you'd like to forget so far, but
yeah.
Look, with 7 minutes 40 left on the clock, it's probably not even the right option. I would have gone deep there with this wind swirling around. Put it up in the sky, let the wind wreak a bit of havoc, and you potentially get a result from that. If not, you muscle up and force an error. With the likes of Hoogerwerth and a couple of those big boys like Morgan Ward and Jack Pryor there, you could have forced an error through your defence. But unfortunately here, Scone will have a tap on halfway as they look to make it 3 from 3 on grand final day here.
I was just about to say those exact words. They'll go 3 from 3 after this game if they can continue on. But last week I did put Merriwa into the grand final, so I'm not going to talk too soon.
Alex Darms gets out of 9, takes the ball up to the 30, centre field there for Scone. Freddie Adams will dish it out to, I believe that's Ryan Clerk on the field now, who replaced Cody McCarthy. He trucks it forward as Bradley Fenton looks for a 1-on-1 streak, but unfortunately doesn't get the job done. Spins out of that one there, Ryan Clerk plays the ball. Darms jumps down the middle of the field. Met in a strong tackle there by Jack Pryor. Again, Jack Pryor has looked for a 1-on-1 tackle and has come away with it. Massive play there by Aberdeen. They'll play the ball 10 metres off their own line. They need to find something here as Hincho trucks it forward like he has all day. Bounces out of 2 tackles, one of those being Daniel Sieve. Great work by Steve Hinchin as he takes it to the 20-metre line. Hoogs on to Morgan Ward. They need a head full of Steve from this bloke as he does exactly that. Keeping the legs pumping. Takes it to the 30. Good quick play the ball there as Hoogs rolls forward. Gets out from 9, jumping down the short. He's up over the 40. Flows a speculator flick pass which finds the hands of Grant Saville. Almost at the halfway line there. Robertson with his speed darts out a dummy half and he's met a strong tackle by Daniel Sieve, but he's offside. Look, massive play by Robertson. There's a player down from Scone in back play here.
It is Hayden Bull.
Hayden Bull there was 5 minutes 54 on the clock. That penalty is a gift for Aberdeen in the context of this game. That field goal from Jack Pennell could be pivotal in this game.
Yeah, look, I think if Aberdeen score, it'll come down to that Jack Pennell field goal. But for mine, the best player on the field all day has been Daniel Sieve.
Yeah, I reckon he'd be up over 40 tackles easily for the game.
You would have run out of paper right, and he's down. Yeah.
He's probably been closely followed by probably Cody McCarthy, who's now off the field, but probably Freddie Adams. And yeah, Freddie Adams really showing his experience here today. He's made some great one-on-one tackles when Aberdeen have looked threatening down this edge here, and just a lot of tough, gritty runs coming out of his own end. And like you said, never gets dominated, which allows that next player to get on the back of a quick play the ball more times than not. Jakey Clayton here, about 3 metres into the Scone half, will look to put it into touch. Be very mindful of this wind blowing back towards the field here, Jakey Clayton. Make sure of it here. As Hayden Bull makes his way off the field and is replaced by Tom Hunt there. Jakey Clayton puts it into touch. That's a good touch finder there. That'll take him well down into 12 metres off the Scone line. That's a great kick there. I'll be hitting Morgan Ward here with a head full of steam, and they do exactly that. Fires it out to Morgan Ward. Goes towards the uprights. He bumps out of one. Daniel Sieve with another great tackle. Daniel Hoogerwerth at 9 here. What can he do? Gives the ball to Brad Fenton on a crash play, one off the ruck. Brad Fenton looking to barge his way over, but he's met by 3 Scone players that do not want him crashing towards the line, and they drive him back. Slow play the ball, yep. Brett Carroll gives it away. Daniel Hoogerwerth with the tap here. Throws a tip on there to Morgan Ward. Morgan Ward Two in the tackle there. They stop
Numbers
him.
to the right.
Yep, they've got to let the ball go here. They've got to have a crack. Hugoworth does exactly that. Finds Jake Clayton, slips over. He darts in off his right foot. He's about I was about to say 2 inches short of line.
But he's held up over the line.
Yep, he's managed to get over the line and unfortunately couldn't get the ball down there. Is that Jack Pennell underneath there as well? I think that's the second time he's held someone up today. The little fella throwing all his weight around, getting underneath the ball there. Jack Pennell will play the ball here. 10 metres out. Jack Pryor. Nah, Dave Windle says, nah, on my call here, boys. Hugoworth infield to Jack Pryor. He's had a good game for Aberdeen today as he trucks at 40, still going, legs pumping. He's tackled a metre short, about 10 to the right of the uprights here. Hugoworth in dummy half. Aberdeen was shaped to the left. Billy Windsor, that's a horrible ball from Hoogs from dummy half, but it finds Fenton in the back rowers region there out on an edge. He gets an offload to Robbo. Robbo's dangerous from here. They've got a great swarming tackle there. Is that Alex Darms underneath? It is. Great try-saving tackle there. Windsor infield. That's play on. That'll be 6 more as Morgan Ward picks it up on the back of a Jack Pennell attempted intercept. He's still driving towards the ground. Can he get it? Oh. He's dead set about 10 centimetres short there as Hoogs spins over. Does he get the ball down? I think he does.
He's got
right
there.
next to the upright. Wow.
That field goal is going to be pivotal.
That is exactly what Aberdeen needed from Daniel Hugoworth there.
Wow.
The big fella in Morgan Ward managed to get a quick play of the ball, and Hoogs just caught the couple of scone plays not quite set in their defensive line. Fought with 1 or 2 defenders and managed to show too much strength there. Spun around, got the ball to the ground.
Wow. Well, it'll come back to that field goal, and it'll also come back to that try that Dave allowed over on the right-hand side.
Yeah.
The Aberdeen defender wasn't on
called
side.
it. Billy Windsor knocks it over from right next to the uprights there. Takes the scoreboard to Scone. 11 points through that Jack Pennell field goal.
To 10.
Aberdeen 10. With 3 minutes and 5 seconds left on the clock.
Will Dave call time out for the kickoff?
Yeah, Scone walking back, and look, Aberdeen will have a head full of steam here, and
2 minutes 55, and Aberdeen know they can do it.
Yeah, especially after the way Aberdeen come home with the wet sail there last week. Just as we say that, the rain comes in on their backside with the wind, so they literally do have the wet sail here for the last 2 minutes 50 of football.
Oh, throw him out there, why don't you? Hey.
Jack Pennell taking his time here. Put it on the tee. They'll look to drive it deep here. Maybe intentionally there, set it off a little bit so the wind would knock it off and take another 5 seconds off the clock. Jack Pennell kicks off here, drives it straight down the centre of the field. Someone's got to grab that. Jakey Clayton does that. Bradley Fenton takes it forward. Met a good tackle there by Nick Watson, but he falls out of that one. Eventually brought down and just shy of his 20-metre line there by Hamish Watts. Hincho doing like he's done all day, straight over the ad line before being met in a good tackle by Cody McCarthy. Hugoworth in a dummy half, leading the troops around here. Comes down the short to Jack Pryor. Jack Pryor bounces off his left foot. Trucks the 40s, look for an offload there. Holds onto it, wise decision there. Plays the ball. Hincho again for his second carry of the set. Looking for someone to go with him. A little bit high there, but it's called play on as they reach their 40-metre line here. Daniel Hugoworth hands the ball off here. Billy Windsor from inside his 40. Is that the play they were after in the context of the game?
No, it wasn't.
Wow, probably not. Brett Carroll, aware of the situation, took it on the full and marched over his 30.
Well,
and now Tommy Hunt takes it to the 40. They're going to have to find a one-on-one strip here or it's game over.
That's what I was about to say. Freddie will take it from dummy half and just settle it for sure.
Yeah, done exactly like he has all day. Slipped out of 1, slipped out of 2.
He let him go meters without trying to put him in the ground. Still 1 minute 30 left.
Took about 15 seconds off the clock, that run. Jade Smith with his experience here as the captain coach will just truck it forward. He takes an easy tackle there, surrenders down. Morgan Ward brings him down. Darts to the middle of the field. Darts through.
He doesn't want the game to end, Arms.
No, brought down by Jakey Clayton here.
Last tackle.
This is the last tackle. Smart option needed here by Jack Pennell. Yeah, drills it towards the touchline. Joshy Watson aware of it though, gets on the ball, gets to the infield. Aberdeen with 1 minute left on the clock, 10 metres from their own line.
Down by
right
1.
in the middle of the field, down by 1. This is the set. They've probably got 3, 4 plays maybe. Kyle Robson darting around, beats 1, beats 2. No, brought down another great tackle by Hamish Watts. 30 out from his own line, plays the ball. Hugoworth from 9. Oh, he's dropped it in the ruck. Kyle Robson tried to get up and play the ball as quick as possible. Unfortunately, he's just found a bobble in the ruck there, Dave Windle. And that'll be the ball game.
That will be the ball game.
Wow.
Well,
on the back of that run from Robertson, it was just looking like they might have just been mounting a bit of a roll on there, and anything's possible. But unfortunately, he's made a meal to play the ball, and Davey Windle, old Johnny on the spot's called it as he's seen it. 12
men. You've got to give them credit.
Yep.
Scone have done it the hard way with 12 men with JJ Apthorpe sent off after 7 minutes.
Mate, the first 7 minutes of the game was all Aberdeen with 13 on 13, and then it's gone to 13 on 12, and honestly, Scone's dominated every aspect of the game so far. Alex Darms will play the ball. 23 seconds on the clock. The clock winding down here. The boys going for 1-on-1 strips. Bit of niggle in these last couple of tackles here, but the game's done. Scone just winding the clock down. Freddie Adams gets up and plays the ball. Jade Smith will get the ball. Someone looking for a shot here. They've all swarmed in Aberdeen. Bit of a flop there. 3 seconds on the clock. They won't even play the ball here. Nah, Davey Windle wants him to play the ball. Nah, that's it. Davey Windle's seen enough. Scone make it 3 from 3.
11-10 on the A+ contracting and poly welding score. Good call, Hayden Fox. He said to me, I don't really want to do it. You've done a fantastic job. But 11 points to 10. Let's break it down before we get into the first grade, which will be live streamed via our YouTube link, as well as commentated via Mixlr. Look, it was one of the biggest calls I've seen in a game of football. I didn't see the hit that JJ did. Apparently it was high and late.
Yeah.
I've missed it, but 7 minutes gone. As you said, it was all Aberdeen up until that moment.
Yeah,
but
mate.
I think the critical change in the game came when Aberdeen were relaxed on that intercept forward pass penalty, whatever it was, and they didn't allow young Watson to get back on side.
Yeah, look, I can't wait to go back and be able to actually see what happened there, because, I was calling on the spot, and exactly that. I seen the ball go down towards the 20 or 30, thinking that someone was running to get it, and then all of a sudden, Davey was on the spot calling a try. So
the thing is, Josh Watson took that intercept down that eastern sideline, had the ball in arm, didn't throw it away or anything, was walking back on side with it. They've taken the ball off the ball boy, brought it in, taken the tap and scored exactly where he would have been. Literally from 10 metres out. So
and that exact call there is the game, isn't it, really?
Yeah, well iced by Jack Pennell with the field goal. That was a great vision to do that with 8 minutes 50 remaining on the clock.
Yep.
So,
look, nonetheless, at the end of the day, even though JJ was sent off, Scone reacted to that, and the way they played with 12 players on the field throughout the game.
That's why I said it's a gutsy effort from them. It really is.
Absolutely. Look, to Aberdeen's credit there, they didn't. I wouldn't say they'd be happy with the result. Obviously, they've just lost the grand final, but look, nonetheless, they made it to a grand final again, and Aberdeen in reserve grade have been thereabouts for a number of years now, and today, unfortunately, wasn't their day, and Scone are looking to roll into the first grade game here on the back of 3 from 3 and make it 4 from 4. But look, if I had to pick a player of each side there, I reckon, like we touched on before, Daniel Sieve or probably Freddie Adams from Scone. Blokes like, I think Jack Pryor had a massive game for Aberdeen. His go forward was enormous all day, but probably Steve Hinchin, the old timer, mate. He's played a bit of first grade over the years. Got through a mountain of work in defence and attack there for the guys. But
I'm going to pull a Jeff Tuvey here. If Daniel Sieve doesn't get man of the match, there needs to be an investigation.
Oh.
He was, look, mate, runs, tackles. I think I only saw him drop off one tackle, and that was Steve Hinchin in about the 58th minute. Other than that, he's chopped down and stopped a lot of things. There was a lot of great players out there, but Daniel Sieve from the onset, we were saying his name in every set, at least twice or 3 times in the tackles.
Yeah, you're dead right there. I think most times it looked like Aberdeen were trying to poke a nose through. The person that made that one-on-one tackle or cut him down was Daniel Sieve. So, you look at the context of the game for it to be a 1-point victory to Scone, a couple of those opportunities that were shut down by him. Very quickly could have went the other way and led to a try to Aberdeen. His defence proved to be a difference there.
Yeah, look, feel for Billy Windsor. It was a
Yeah, look,
day at the office that he would have liked to have had again.
yeah, look, he'd be frustrated with his game there, but well, look, from one half back to another there, look, you get on with life and get the boys back together next year and go again. Next year's a new year. You just got to put that behind you and not let it haunt you, I guess. Probably will for a while, but I'm sure within half an hour after a few tinnies, everything else will be at ease.
Solves the problem for everything. Well, nearly everything, but... Well, we'll take a quick break here before the first grade call, and it's going to be a cracking match, but we'll get everything set up. As I said, we'll be staying via the Mixed LR for those listening via audio, but we'll also be live streaming this match via YouTube. Stay with us if you join the YouTube call, as we are doing it via Wi-Fi, so there's no telephone internet connection. We hope that the product comes through perfectly for you all. So we'll take a quick break and we'll be back with you with the first grade action.
Players, can you make your way over here, please? Let's get this presentation on so we can... Come on, fellas, over here, please. Let's get this presentation going. Move forward. Going, boys, move forward. Aberdeen boys, come forward.
For the whole of all bar 7 minutes.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we'll kick this presentation off. The players are still making their way over. So, ladies and gentlemen, I give you the 2022 Group 21, Bengal Group 21 Premiers for the reserve grade team, Stone Thoroughbred. On that note, commiserations to Aberdeen, they played a hard-fought game and the score reflected that. Ladies and gentlemen, can I call on Bradley Spencer from the Aberdeen captain, if he can come forward and say a few words.
First off, congratulations, Joan. It's always a hard game. Come up with each other. Well done. Considering we only had about 15 players, cut the first 5 rounds, we've done pretty well, mate. Hopefully you'll come back next year. Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Aberdeen Tigers. As I say, the score reflects that, ladies and gentlemen. So just pass out, or we'll do the I'll call this game captain up. Can you please come forward? That's being Cody McCarthy, or that's Boyce. Okay, let's go take Smith and sit there.
First of all, I think Benno and the Aberdeen boys, mate, the scoreline reflects we knew exactly what it was going to be like with you guys. Every time we play, it's tough. We knew that coming in here, and thank you boys for the great tussle today, boys. To everyone coming out today in this weather and making the crowd like it is today, we really appreciate your support. It's really got us home in the back end of that half there. So really thank everyone for coming out and supporting everyone today. For this club,
Well, welcome to the first grade match of the day, grand final of the 2022 Group 21 competition. First grade, Scone taking on the Denman Devils. A few little minor issues there with our YouTube streaming right now, but it's just due to the connection that we've got, so bear with us. But Hayden Fox in commentary with Reggie. Hayden, mate, fantastic finish to the reserve grade fixture. Probably not the way that Aberdeen would have wanted things to go, of course, 11-10, but this first grade now is about to get underway.
Yeah, exactly that. Cracking game of reserve grade there, and we turn our attention to the spectacle of the
great game you had, young fella.
Jack Pennell, player of the match in reserve grade.
Yeah, okay. Probably not who I would have called, but nonetheless, good on him. Good. He sealed the deal with that field goal. But yeah, like we said, we turn our attention to the spectacle of the day, the first grade grand final. Two great sides. I guess they finished 1 and 2, and probably the benchmark for the year. Definitely Scone in going through undefeated, and to be honest, probably haven't been close to being touched this year. So probably challenged for periods of games here and there, but in terms of the final outcome of the game, they've been pretty dominant in what they've done all throughout the season here, led by their captain coach in Adam Clydesdale.
Rightio, well, let's go through the Scone side. Scone fullback is Hayden Topless. The wingers Joel Harrison and Jared Austin. The centre Blake Johnson and Caleb Taylor. The two I mix up all the time. Should not mix them up today as Caleb's been working at my house. But the 5'8" is Jared Wicks, Jake Watts at halfback, Isaac Austin in the front row with James Barker, hooker Adam Clydesdale, the second row James Everly and Luke Clydesdale, Daniel Ritter at lock. On the bench, who just had a mammoth games, is Josh Adams. The second number 15 is Cody McCarthy. He had another big game. Michael Radford and Jake Clydesdale. Of course, the young fella's just signed a contract with the Canberra Raiders.
Yeah, good on him. He's a big lump of a lad there, and following in the footsteps of his brothers Luke and Adam, and pushing his shot at an NRL jersey there. So good on Jake. Congratulations, mate. Well deserved. Yeah, you played against you this year, mate. And you're a big lump of a lad, and you've got a big future ahead of you, mate. So all the best there. And yeah, look, you look at that side there for Scone, and with Freddie and Cody backing up from reserve grade, and you look at the Scone side starting team. They probably get through a mountain of work and most of the game themselves. So Freddie and Cody mightn't have to do a great deal, especially when they got Big Raddy returning from injury and Jakey Clydesdale on the bench there. But we'll touch on the Denman side here. Denman, fullback, we have Bailey Taylor. On the wings, Alex McNeil and Mac Shepherdson. In the centres, Tyler Wolfgang and Jacob Ellis. 5'8", Liam Boney. Halfback and captain coach in his last game of rugby league, Liam Foran. Front rowers, Daniel French and Rupini Togovudu. Hooker, the loudmouth of Group 21, Adam Gretsch. Back rowers, Isaac McCormick and Hamish Wolfgang. And at lock, Brady Bankovic. And on the bench we have Ned Chapman, Nicholas Coombs, Brody Smith, Ewan Bartholomew. And running the bench as assistant coach today, we've got Mr. Paul Bankovic down there on the crutches.
Just going to speak to the guys here in the broadcast because they've got Singleton versus Scone on the live stream. It doesn't matter. It's Scone versus Denman. So they can find out how to edit that one. But you touched on it. The man himself retiring Liam Foran up against an undefeated Scone outfit now. Massive game underway, but we do know that Denman will be kicking off towards the Muswellbrook direction, towards the southern direction. So they'll have the tailwind in the second half, but they'll have to get out to a quick start.
Yeah, look, I guess that's, like I said, yeah, look, days like today when there is a strong wind, it obviously is instrumental into the outcome of the game. But nonetheless, you've still got to make your tackles, you've still got to run hard, you've still got to go through your fundamentals and stuff to be a part of the ball game. You can't just be going into it going, yep, we've got the win, we'll be up by 20 at half time, because definitely not the way that football plays out. So yeah, look, Liam Foran and Jakey Watts will be two blokes looking to make the use of the win here today, as we've seen throughout the first three games today, especially that last game reserve grade there. A couple of the kicks managed to find their way onto the benches due to the strong wind drafting across the field here, but probably a little bit smarter and wiser some of the kickers in the first grade game here that could really make use of this strong win.
I'm looking for the battle up front. I'm really looking forward to that. Isaac Austin against Rupini Togovudu had a big game last weekend. Isaac's great for finding the front foot in every set. Every time he runs the ball, he breaks the line, he finds that front foot. Denman are going to have to capitalise by trying to play the ball down, because that's where Adam Clydesdale is dangerous. Yeah. Absolutely elusive, and he finds that man, Daniel Ritter, in behind the markers every time.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's the thing with Clydesdale. A lot of his work, and he said it himself the other night at the Group 21 presentation after he received his award. It's easy for him to do his job when he plays off the back of a great pack like he does, you know. So you got Osto, blokes like Radford, Barker, Ritter, a couple of old heads in there that just know how to pick their runs and pick a shoulder and find quick play the balls, find their fronts, find quick play the balls, and off the back of a quick play the ball, when the markers themselves and the defensive line aren't set, Clydesdale can jump and just it's easy pickings for him then. So yeah, you've got to stick your first contact, and it's got to be good first contact. The wrestle's got to be good. You've got to really slow that ruck up, allow your defensive line to get back and get set so that they've got every chance of getting up and stopping whatever Adam can throw out in and around that ruck area.
You're exactly right, but Daniel Ritter, like I said, behind those markers, that's what we're going to see plenty of. The one move that Demon and the rest of the competition haven't been able to shut down real well is the sliding Hayden Topless from the opposite side of the play around the back from Jared Wicks. Usually finds either himself going through a space or he finds Jared Austin or Joel Harrison out wide.
Yeah, and you know why it's so such a strike weapon for Scone when they do sweep and hit their edges? It's because 9 times out of 10 it's off the back of 2 or 3 quick play the balls down through the middle. So, you know, your defence is already, you know, scrambling to make those tackles through the middle, and then all of a sudden you've got to get on your bike and get to an edge and make a tackle too. So, yeah, with Scone, when they hit their edges with Topless coming out wide, they tend to find themselves running into spacings and running one-on-one because the defence has had to work overtime through the middle there and really suck those back rowers and that into that middle third of the field, and then they bang those edges with speed of Topless around the back and good timing and good structure.
Well, let's talk about Denman. They've got the fullback of the year in Bailey Taylor.
Yeah.
Fantastic, very reliable back at fullback.
Absolute weapon. He's the sort of bloke that... look, it's hard to say against Scone because they're so strong across the field, but he's the sort of bloke that can dead set go out and just win you a game of football through his talent and skill himself. Like, you know, like I think I touched on in the major semi there, and I've touched on it before, BT himself at times has probably been one of the few players to terrorise Scone. He can bust, you know, kick returns if you're not on your game. Bang! All of a sudden you're chasing 50 metres down the field. Sweep plays. He can run through a line himself. Takes tough carries. He can organise. He can kick. He can do it all. He's the complete package, BT. So yeah, that's obviously Scone. I reckon that's their aim there. They're going. BT will be their man today. If we can shut him down, we're going a long way to securing that 4 from 4 for Scone here at home today.
And Alex McNeil is very dominant with the one-on-one strips. So him on the wing, I think he's been a great asset for the Denman Devils. But Max Shepardson back into the side, I've been a big fan of him.
Yeah, I do like Max Shepardson. He's a strong ball carrier and he doesn't mind doing the hard stuff either. He's played a bit of centre in the grade side over the last couple of years, and he gets his shot here on the wing, replacing Nick Coombs, who's just pushed back there onto the bench. And yeah, look, I think Max Shepardson, he probably offers a little bit of versatility there too. He can push into the centres and probably push into the middle a little bit there. I've actually seen him do a bit of work in the back row at times too. So yeah, he doesn't shy away from the challenge, that's for sure, Mac. And yeah, he's well earned his spot on the wing here today.
Very good defensively. Liam Boney and Liam Foran, we know what they have to offer. They make a great combination. But that man you spoke about, the Michael Innes of Group 21. Young Adam Gretsch. It'll be interesting to see what he offers from dummy half. But here they come. As they take the field, it's the Scone Thoroughbreds, the first team onto the field. As you can hear the crowd, there's plenty of cheering, a bit of booing. Adam Clydesdale leads them out onto the field. A long tunnel there. They know what they've got ahead of them. Followed by that man that'll back him to the hilt in that big unit, Daniel Ritter. He'd be excited to be back after his knee injury sustained a few years ago. Kept him out of grand final. He made a comeback, and it's fantastic. But they look full of energy. But look at that big unit. Look at him, Jake Clydesdale.
Yeah,
off to the Canberra Raiders.
He's massive.
Oh my gosh!
I'll tell you something. I don't think this game will shy away from a bit of fire. Both the last time these guys encountered each other out at Denman Park in the last round and in the major, there was a bit of fire in the belly from the boys, and I can't see this game being too much different. Yeah, there's been a few whispers through the week and a bit of banter thrown across from both teams, and look, they'll sort themselves out early, and at the end of the day, you've got to remember that it's a football game here, and the best team that play footy will win the game.
And they're going to rely on Isaac McCormick and Brady Bankovic, just seeing them there. to go forward and lay that platform on the Denman Devils. The referee for this match is Jesse Rudder. The touch judges Liam Anderson and Darren Whitbourne. It's going to be a cracking match, I believe.
Before we get underway, we'll have the national anthem.
We're going to have the national anthem. So we'll be upstanding.
Very lucky to have Hamish Guyana here to perform it for us.
And we'll keep quiet respectively.
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are one and free, with golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains then let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Well done. I didn't catch the name of the young fellow that
Great job.
out
Great
there.
voice,
I was waiting
yeah.
for you to break into tune then, mate.
Oh, mate.
Camera 1 and camera 2 turned to look at me and said, "You're the one singing up here early."
Already, they don't need to hear me, my vocals.
Camera 1 and camera 2 having a great chuckle because I was doing the karaoke up here when I got here today. But now things are about to get serious. If you are not fired up for a game of football,
Yeah, it's game on.
it is game on with Bailey Taylor putting the ball on the tee as we're about to get things underway for the Group 21.
This first carry could have everything involved in it, Reg.
A-plus contracting footy fever call coming to you live. Bailey Taylor kicks off. It's gone deep. It's gone down to that man, Joel Harrison, who collects the ball. He takes it himself. He's run straight. Oh,
Great
massive
shot.
shot from Brady Bankovic. Adam Gretchen there over the top. Now it goes one out. It's gone out to the other side, and it's with Blake Johnson who takes a tackle. He's been brought down 25 metres out centre of the field. Clydesdale jumps from dummy half, finds Isaac Austin. Great contact from the Denman Devils straight up. Togavudu in there with 4 and with the assistance of... Oh, he's dropped it.
Spills it.
Oh, no.
3 great shots there from Denman. That's probably 3 of the best defensive shots I've seen from Denman on Scone this year. And look at that. Isaac's tried to get up and try and get a quick play ball nonetheless, and he spilled his lollies.
He will not be happy, Isaac Austin.
Nah.
And you watch him make it up for it in this defensive set, but Boney to feed the scrum here, 30 metres out. He goes off the base of the scrum out to Foran, just a bit behind him, off to Bailey Taylor. Bailey Taylor, the man we spoke about earlier. He can create something from nothing. He's tackled 30 metres out from the Scone try line. Togavudu in there for a crash run. And they're 25 metres out. Clydesdale in there to take him down with the assistance of Ritter. Gretsch jumps from dummy half, goes to the left. It's off to Wolfgang. He charges. Of course, the grand final winning try scorer up here in the longest ever grand final. Plays the ball back. Turns it back inside. No, he doesn't. He gives it out to Foran. Around the back to Boney. Shifts it on to Bailey Taylor. He succumbs to the tackle there of Watts. He's put to the ground 10 metres in from the sideline, 10 metres out from the try line. Wolfgang in there for the play the ball. Now it's off to the big fella himself in Isaac McCormick, who made some mountain load of metres last weekend for the Denman Devils. It's the last tackle. Gretsch, Foran runs. He'll put it on a little bit of a grubber, and it's then cleaned up by Isaac.
Nearly an accidental offside there, I think. It was a boggled around off a few feet of the Scone boys, but nonetheless, they've got the ball here about 10 metres out.
Isaac Austin plays it back. It's now into Barker, and the Denman defensive line is out there at speed.
Yeah.
We've talked about no one matching the line speed with Scone all year, and Denman are here to play.
Yeah, they've got to continue to do it for a complete game, though. That's the thing, Reg.
Yeah.
It's all good and well for these first 5 minutes to come out firing, but you got to go all game.
Sustain it, mate. Sustain it. That's it. Here goes Blake Johnson in for another hit.
Good shot over the top there by Daniel French.
He's cleaned up just shy of the 30-metre line, centre field. Clydesdale jumps, gives it off to Watts. Watts is contained over the top by Boney and put down beneath by Wolfgang. Dummy half. He goes back for Luke Clydesdale. Wicks
Good
puts
kick
up
pressure
a
there.
high centering kick. They're gonna
Allowed to bounce.
Allowed to bounce
towards
by
Jolie Harrison. He gets the bounce. Can he stay in field? No, he can't.
Oh, it's a penalty.
Oh.
Taken out late with a shoulder charge. Shoulder charge is the call.
I think the fact it was a shoulder charge is probably the reason why why it was a penalty there, because it was pretty simultaneous with the actual kick itself. Jared Wicks did well to make sure the ref seen it too. He stayed down and...
As here goes Big Barker, he charges towards the centre field, turns, offloads to Clydesdale, who gives it on to Wicks. Wicks turns one inside and out before Foran wraps him out up underneath with the assistance of Ellis over the top. Clydesdale dummy half off to Isaac Austin. Now watch for Daniel Ritter in behind the markers. It's usually the 1-2 punch that that Scone like. Here he goes now, but he doesn't. He goes around the back. It goes off to Watts. It goes off to Topless.
Good ball.
Broad ball out to Joel Harrison. He's going to get there. He's barreled into the touchline.
Yeah.
Great cover defence there from that Denman Devils.
Outstanding cover defence there. That Scone fired a shot there though. Rolled down the field pretty well at ease there once they got that penalty. They had the numbers there. They definitely created the opportunity on the edge there. And, unfortunately for Scone, Jolie Harrison burrowed in the touch.
Little Max Shackerson go.
It
Goes in. That's a high one, but Jesse's let that one go.
Apparently not.
Centre of the field. It goes now on to Daniel French, and he runs into Clydesdale. Down underneath. No surprise, Isaac
Well
Austin.
controlled there by Adam Clydesdale. Slide that right up there.
Now it's Brady Benkovic, one out, and he's been hit by Ritter.
Yeah.
But bounced out of that tackle and brought
Good
down.
tough carry there. Makes it up to his 30.
Gretsch at dummy half off to Wolfgang. He makes an inroad straight into Ritter. Offloaded, but it's bounced off the head of Togavudu.
Big tackle without the ball there, nearly.
Give it a rest. He was juggling it. Togavudu to play the ball back. Gretsch from dummy half says we're getting out of trouble. It's off the side. That wind, of course, they're kicking into it. Joel Harrison, one of the biggest wingers, and he's got the best jump in Group 21. He makes it up to 45 metres out from the Denman try line. Trying to milk a penalty there. From dummy half, Watts gives it off to Johnson again. He's made some great metres off that run. Dragged to the ground by Gretsch with Wolfgang. Dummy half. Watts again off to Clydesdale. Shifts it on to the centre of the field. It's Barker. Oh, he does a little bit of a juggle there with the ball.
Oh, he's been barreled back pretty bad there.
Yeah, it's not the most comfortable position to be in when you get barreled over like that.
Looked worse than it was.
Here goes Ritter. No, it's Clydesdale now off to Ritter, and Daniel Ritter will go in under the crossbar right between the uprights for the first try of the Group 21 Grand Final. Scone Thoroughbreds 4 lead the Denman Devils 0 on the A+ Contracting and Poly Welding scoreboard. 5 minutes gone.
Yeah, great vision there from Clydesy. Jumped out of 9. One of the markers left in the ruck. Good quick play the ball. Through the dummy, sold one marker, found himself in the backfield there, and thankfully I think for Daniel Ritter there was only about 10 metres to truck it forward under the post there, and he strolled in and come away with the first points of the grand final here. Jakey Watts will nudge this one over, 10 metres out right in front of the black dot. He'll put this straight into the Scone crowd there behind the uprights. Scone there, that's their second set of 6 attacking the Denman line, and they've come away with a try there. So Denman will have to get their defensive structures and their contact on point here, because once Scone get a sniff, they're like a shark to blood there. They'll just come at you. So Denman need to get reset here, get a nice deep kick off into the wind here, get down and force Scone to kick out of their own half, get the ball back in their hands, get themselves into this grand final.
Just trying to fix some things up here with the live stream. Sorry about that as we move back.
Jakey Watts shuffles into this one. He'll knock it straight over. Take the points. 6 for Scone. Denman yet to trouble the scorers.
Conversion by number 7, Jake Watts. Scone leading.
Just trying to work out things here at the moment.
As BT sets the ball on the tee here, looking to reset play here.
As he gets things back underway with a deep kick off. It's going deep down to just drop with that breeze, and Topless has played it with his foot. Now it's off to Barker, and French reels out of that tackle, but Benkovic and that's young Alex McNeil in there to make that tackle. Now it goes one off the ruck. It's Blake Johnson again with a great run. He's made it to the 30 metre line. Just trying to see past camera 1, 25 metres in from the western sideline. Wicks around the back off to Barker, is it, with the ball now?
Jimmy Everly's lost the ball there.
Play on.
That's exactly what Denman would have been after there, after points put against them. There's just a little bit of fate to go their way. 30 metres out from the Scone line now. Hamish Wolfgang rolls forward.